Hey everybody, this is B from Kongs R Us, and welcome to a Tuesday afternoon, evening. Sorry for folks, wherever you're joining from. Thank you for coming in. And tonight we have another live unboxing that we're going to be doing. This time, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, the actual production version that I pre-ordered through Walmart and got shipped to me in less than 5 days. Yes, last Thursday I did a quick show about me doing 2 pre-orders. I got it through Best Buy on that very first day. I apologize to all the Best Buy pre-orders out there because they are still saying that 10/31, the ship date is there. I think the Corner Arcade was the guy that told me that was going to happen. So it was too long. I was like, oh, I saw the Walmart pre-orders last week on Thursday and was like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to do it. And that's what happened. And so I put in my my pre-order for the Walmart cabinet, and it's here. It's here. It's here. It's here. So this is, again, paid for out of my own dime and pocket to have this lovely machine as quick as I could, because I got a taste of it at Evo. When I was at Evo in August, I got to open, and I didn't really open it at the time. It was already unboxed on the floor. If you saw my preview video, I got to actually put together the cabinet already once. And so today's video is really meant to do kind of that comparison. Like, I've already had a chance to take a look at that preview version. I feel like that one was already pretty much close to production, if not a model sample of the production version. So we'll take a look at scrutinizing to see if there's any differences in the build process itself. But once we get it all together, one of the things I really didn't get to do, we couldn't connect that cabinet at all to the internet. We could not test it out and even do the standard update that it first came out with. I already heard that there was an update that the cab comes along with as soon as you boot it up. And then after that point, testing the online experience from the MvC2 cabinet. Now, I'm a huge fan of Marvel vs. Capcom 1. I've played that cabinet to death. Over 8,000 matches I have under my belt. And we did some live testing over the weekend with Jade from Sheline Gaming. Definitely check her out. And we know that there's already crossplay issues. I think people have already been saying that, hey, everything, was supposed to be backwards compatible, but the Marvel vs. Capcom 1 game right now is not working from the MvC2 to MvC1 cabinet. So we know that much. Hopefully they'll get that fixed ASAP, because that's a huge, huge bug. It is probably the #1 most played game on the previous cabinets, and to have backwards compatibility with that game is an utmost priority. Even if the MvC2 lobbies aren't available yet, getting that desync issue fixed is going to be critical. So hopefully I'm going to be doing my standard build time. I'm going to see how fast I can build this. If, me, I got my handy dandy toes ready for the camera for P-dubs to see how long I can build this in about 30 to 45 minutes. We're going to do a speed build. I really wished that somebody else had this. I was talking to 19K Fox and was like, oh man, it would be fun to get one of these cabinets and do like a live stream where we kind of have a race to build it as fast as possible and keep it really entertaining. So Fox, what I need you to do, I need you to go get your cab wherever it is, break into the room, and come on in and help me build this thing. I think it would be fun to do like a little competition to get that going on. Yeah, you wish you had yours. That would be fun to have you on. But if you want to join the stream and talk backstage and help me along the way, I invited a couple of folks to come on in just to say hello. Would love to chat with any other folks too in the chat if you guys have questions. Or, you know what? I know it's kind of unorthodox to do this, but I'm going to put a link to the actual stream itself. If anybody has a question and wants to join and say hello to the chat and actually ask questions about the build process, I'm right now solo and would love the support to help check out what questions are in chat. So there's the welcome invite there. Feel free to join in and see you backstage. I'll bring you on just for a little bit and we'll get started. So, all right. The time on my watch says 7:07. I'm going to start building no later than 7:10 in about the next 3 minutes. And my goal is to finish this by 8 o'clock my time Pacific. So about 50 minutes is my build time total. I'm hoping, since I've already built it once, I've already built the Marvel vs. Capcom, the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinet. I built the Mortal Kombat cabinet. I kind of already know what to put together to get it going really quickly, and we're going to get it going as fast as we can. I also have some more angles for different shots to have. So we have lots of different camera angles to get this going. And that's pretty much it. So thank you all so much for joining in. If you have any questions, appreciate you guys. You said you got this, Master Damas. I appreciate that. Ray is here. Definitely check out Ray. Smash that like button. Appreciate that. And I guess I should say one quick thing for those that are watching the channel and may not be subscribed yet. I just hit 8,600 subscribers, and I want to say thank you to all the folks that have supported the channel over the last 2.5 years. And I've really never pushed for subscribers, and I want to make a small little push to see, you know, if I could get to 10K subscribers by the end of the year. So if you're not subscribed right now, I'd appreciate if you really would subscribe to the channel and you know, really support the channel if you like this type of content, from the live streams that I do to some of my crazy live modding sessions that I do. If you're new to the channel or you've watched for a while, I'd appreciate that. Once we get to 10,000 subscribers, which would be a huge milestone for me, I have a lot of things I'd love to do for the subscriber base. Lots of giveaways, lots of things to, you know, give to members. I have stickers that I owe to a ton of people. I'm going to get that out to folks as well, but that would be really great. So definitely help me get to 10K subscribers if you can, if you aren't already there. And we'd love to support everybody else back there. Subscribe. Thanks, Conti. Appreciate that. Lady Luna Oda is here. All my favorite people are here. Rhea, thanks for being a new member. I appreciate that. Oh, thanks. You might just see random pictures of Mrs. Kong's Rust by becoming a member. That's what I've been doing lately. So I appreciate that. Thanks. I appreciate that. Can you definitely get to 10K? Jeff Walsh has a $5 super chat that says, doing MvC1 on MvC2 cab every time you get a win and a lose. You haven't lost yet. Been keeping track. Okay, interesting, Jeff. Since you already have the cabinet, I would love to hear if you've gotten the cabinet from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and if you want to do a quick MvC2 to MvC2 matchup, I'd love to play online against another person that has the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinet. So Jeff, if you're willing, or anybody else that has the MvC2 cabinet, I definitely want to test that online play. I believe Jade tested with Travis MCP, who has an MvC2, and they tested that desync issue with Marvel vs. Capcom, and they said there was no issue. So I believe them, but it's just something that I still definitely want to test out and try out for myself. So we're definitely going to get it. Zero Hero says the barefoot putting the cabinet together day is a good day. I appreciate that. MG says, let's see if one little guy can beat 4 big fellas building this cab blitz. I don't know if anything's going to be able to top the blitz unboxing, but this should be really fun. Travis MCP is here. You will let you beat me if you want to. Yeah, man. So what I'd like to do, Travis, if you're willing, is if you could jump on the stream later on once it's built and show kind of your MvC2 cabinet, and then I'll have mine pretty much right next to it, like I did with the Sheline stream, and we'll have both of our screens up at the same time, and we can test the desync issue. So that would be great, Travis MCP. If you're willing to jump on the stream, you're more than welcome to say hello. And otherwise, we're gonna get started. I really appreciate that. Last couple questions are here. Hey, Kong, is that cab you're going to be playing on when Sosa claps you on MvC2? Okay. So Sosa is putting out some smack talk. Definitely check out Sosa. I can't wait to get on the cab and start training, getting into the lab, because Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is not an easy game. And I would say, pretty decent at MvC1. Top 60 right now, about 60, 61. I was top 50. I think the highest I ever got ranked was top 25. But I can whoop anybody's ass in this chat. I'll say that much at least there. But MvC2, different game. All right, there's Kitty. Let's make this camera big and let's get started with this build. We're going to get going. There's Tabby. Tabby Cat is there. Hello. You might see some different cats coming on, but it'll be fun. All right. Okay, so let's get it started. I'm going to give myself about 45 minutes to see how fast we can get this built. I should have had all my tools ready first. First thing I'm looking for is trusty Exactno. So we're going to get in here. The box so far, from what I can tell, is pretty much identical. I don't see anything that's different from the box so far, from the version that I saw in Vegas. I was already taken apart by the time that I got there out of the box. And I didn't really get a chance to, take apart the control panel and look inside. I didn't want to break anything while I was there. It wasn't my model to look at and do all the little ins and outs that I would normally do on a review. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting inside, especially because this was a cabinet that included stock 8-way gates. So, I mean, that's something that's really interesting and new for them putting together these cabinets. because most of the time you would see a 4-way gate, 8-way gate. That's just a square. But the octo gates, did I say octo gates? I said 4-way gates. I mean, the octo gates are what are included on the Marvel vs. Capcom cabinet. All right. So first thing I like to do when I do a build, I do not have Loctite. I do like to take out all the pieces and start making a little mini trash pile, because that really helps. Here are the instructions. We don't need instructions, right? Everybody's like, hey, here's the instructions, woohoo. Sorry, Michael B, the Game Genie, no instructions tonight. So we're just gonna put that off to the side for right now and open everything up. So I'm curious if you guys have a specific way that you guys like to build stuff. Here's all the different parts. I really like to pull out the panels that have the giant trash or the giant plastic bag, and this becomes my trash bag pretty much. That's like the main thing that I do. So we're going to take this off, kind of loop this all off, put this off to the side. All right. And at least we can undo these bags and start a trash bag. Oh, there it is. The beautiful, what I used to say, Hulk looking at Zangief's crotch, the crotch shot. It is not a crotch. That's actually his butt. It is his left butt cheek. That was my mistake in the preview video. When I was looking at it very quickly at night, I might have already had a drink or two. And yeah, I originally thought it was Zangief's crotch. It could be a crotch shot, right? You never know. I mean, at first glance, it kind of looks like he's crotching. But no, that is his buttocks. There it is, looking good and clean right there. You let me know in chat if you think that's a crotch or a butt shot, but I think that's the curve of his buttocks right there. Right there. All right. Artwork looking pretty clean. I don't see any dings or dents or dings. Everything's looking pretty clean so far. That's one side panel. Put it off to the side. Get everything kind of open and unboxed. And normally when I do the live unboxings too, I will skip a few steps just to make it go a little bit faster. You know, maybe that extra screw on the side for the monitor, like plugging all these in. Maybe I'll just put the coin door on there on top without screwing everything in. So technically, I can build these pretty quick while skipping some steps. But normally you want to take your time with everything. But we're going to try to get this built as fast as possible. I feel like I'm pretty decent at this by now. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, looking beautiful. I love the artwork style on these things. So this is, for folks that don't know, is based off of the console artwork for like PlayStation 2 or Xbox. It's not the exact replica artwork, but it's very similar to it. So, all right. And I think I'm going to take a quick break because I think I have somebody backstage. Moats, are you going to help me with this?
Yeah, you came to mine and invaded me. Now I'm here to invade yours, your space and your privacy. So
thank you, I appreciate it, man. So for now, I would love to have you if you have anything in chat. If there's questions or things that you can,
sure, I can
let me know. I'd appreciate it if you can narrate for me while I get this going.
Yep. So right now we have the P-Dubs Arcade Loft feet cam. While B-Kong takes all the packaging out. Right now, it looks like he is messing with the fragile box. Ladies and gentlemen, that must be the monitor coming out. And
no, dude, this is the control panel. Look at you doing a play-by-play. I like that.
Well, I was kidding. It's to the side. Monitor's not out yet, but there's a panel. You guys can see the red, green, the blue buttons. You know. Now, I'm curious to see how that control panel feels because the one that we touched in Vegas actually felt really. You know what I'm saying? The buttons felt like meh, but the sticks felt really good.
Yeah, sticks are definitely an improvement. Like these latest generation of cabs have definitely had improved sticks. You can tell. Buttons are the same crappy Arcade1Up buttons. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
There's concessions chat if you guys want to get this $5.99. Let's see. I don't know if you saw the super chat from Jeff Watts, $5 super chat. I'll stay on and play if you're down. I'll play anyone while we wait. Hard to tell when people desync. So
yeah, no, for sure. So yeah, Jeff, if you want to join the stream, I'll drop the link into the chat as well. And then we can do that one more time with you, and then we can do that as well. So whether it's you or Travis MVP, I think it's nice to see it side by side like I did with Sheila and Gaming. Did you see that stream where I desynced with Jade?
I did see that, and then I played her the next day on her stream, and we played Marvel vs. Street Fighter. Well,
Okay.
it wasn't really playing. It was kind of me stomping her into the ground. Ha ha ha. But but I was watching, and we didn't have a desync. Like everything I was doing on screen was happening on her stream. So I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know if it's maybe a network issue or whatever it is, or maybe we just got lucky. I don't know. And shout out to She Line, man. If you guys aren't subbed to She Line, you guys should drop her a subscribe because she's cool people. You know what I mean? No nonsense. All creativity. Yo, drop She Line to subscribe. But now, chat, what I believe we're going to watch is now the opening of the riser. That box looked pretty heavy when it came out of the back. He pulled it out of the box. It feels like it's weighted out. Arcade1Up doesn't label anything, and they should. The only way you know something is fragile, when you see a fragile sign, you know it's either the control deck or the monitor. Everything else is full of foam, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. All 14 or 16 inches of its riser glory coming out, polluting the environment with all the styrofoam and the little beads hitting the ground.
You know what's funny? I never thought about doing like play-by-play of the building like you're doing, but imagine if it would be so fun if we had like two content creators trying to actually like competitively build this as fast.
Oh, dude, that would have been great for a race. Yeah, man.
That'd be so fun. I don't know what the next tab is going to be at where we can have like two people do that. Like maybe, I don't know, but it sounds like a good time.
Redacted or Time Crisis. I don't know. It all depends what people are getting. But yeah, man. As you guys can see, he is slowly peeling back the plastic sheath over the riser because we've got to protect the riser. You don't want any dings or scratches, and be doing the most unsafe thing in the world. Kind of like just coming in when you raw tag out, you know what I mean? When your opponent's not on block or whatever else, you're just coming in raw. And look at that. It actually looks really good. I don't know if they made that more glossy from the MvC2 that we saw, but it looks a lot more shiny than what I remember.
It's pretty much the same. I think it's the same. You kind of get glossy-eyed when you're looking at this stuff. But Moat, I know you joined in really quickly. For folks that don't know who you are, do you want to just do a quick plug and intro for who you are to the folks that may not know who you are?
Sure, buddy. My name is Mike of All Trades. I run the channel Mike of All Trades, where we talk about home arcade and light tech stuff whenever I get bored. And then I also run for the fighting game side of it. I run Moat Plays. We do a lot of tournaments and stuff on the Arcade1Up platform and Fightcade. B himself has donated money to the cause. He has won money from the cause. And yeah, man, we just have fun. So you'll hang out if you guys want to drop a subscribe or just check out any of my content first, because I always feel like you should check out 2 videos from somebody before you actually, hit the button, because then you actually get a vibe of who they are. If you guys want to check that out, that'd be great. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. Other than that, I'm just a pretty face with a Milwaukee Brewers hat on, watching B go through all this as we go. So are we speed running tonight? I see we're just abandoning the instructions.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't even know what instructions are when it comes to Arcade1Up. We just roll with it.
So you should put the instructions to the side. That might be a collector's item someday. Seriously.
But I do like to also break down boxes as I build too, because it just gets really messy. So
break down the box, but the instructions could be the instructions could be important. And look at that eco-friendly Collins or us, chat. He not only mods, but he makes sure he protects the planet. He's the new 2022 Captain Planet. You don't need
to have a clean workspace, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last box to open up. This is the monitor, as well as I think we got the monitors and maybe the speakers will be in here, and the we haven't opened up the marquee yet, so that should all be in this box right here.
I do want to see the marquee. It looked good in person, but I'm hoping that it looks just as good when you take it out of the retail box.
I'm pretty sure this is going to be very, very, if not close to, very similar to the same production model that we saw.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. That's the whole point of this thing. I really even debated whether or not I should be doing this, because I was like, people have already seen my preview content, but for some people like watching the live unboxings. We have 200 people in the chat, and thank you so much for being here. Yeah, it's awesome to see the community show up for these things.
Well, I'm sure that there's a lot of questions that, there's only a handful of reviews out on YouTube, you know what I mean? And both and I've seen 2 reviews, and this isn't a knock against anybody, but both the reviews I saw really didn't go into depth, of what's inside of it. It was just more of, it's built, here's the experience. But a lot of people who have concerns and have questions, for instance, you're opening up the monitor right now, which it is a BOE monitor. You know what I'm saying? We've confirmed that, but B can officially confirm that for you all right now. But there's a lot of questions that people have that, really haven't been addressed in any kind of any kind of capacity in reviews. So being able to see somebody's experience in real time, and for you guys to ask the question real time, that's a good thing. Yo, Console Kids, I had to watch 17 moat videos before subscribing. That's all right. That's okay. You're still subscribed today. So I appreciate that. The power is yours. What's up, 19K Fox? But yeah, man, like I'm glad to see like all the plastics being wasted to protect it, protect all the boards and stuff on the inside. So for $600, chat, believe me, I spent $740 on Killer Instinct. So without a stool. Let me ask you, are you upset that it didn't come with a stool? Because some people are miffed about that.
A little bit. I really liked the original Arcade1Up. I mean, Marvel vs. Capcom 1 stool that came with it. And that cab was like $500 when it first came out. And that at the time was like, all right, lit marquee plus stool was the price point. So it would have been cool to have a matching MvC2 stool. If they made a separate one, I might consider getting it because I sit down to play my MvC1 cab all the time. So I'm just going to slide that stool over. But I would do a matching stool. I would get that.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, man. I still have my MvC2 stool. It's still in great condition. It's still great. And I don't know.
Which side do you have? Do you have the Marvel version of the stool or the
I do have the Marvel version of the stool. I don't have the... Which side do you have?
I have the Marvel one too. I didn't know that there was a Capcom side.
I didn't know that either. I was going to say, is there a Capcom side? Because I don't think I've ever seen one before.
Somebody told me that there was a Capcom side. So I was like, like, I don't know. That would be cool to have like a matching set.
Yeah. And now that's something I'm interested in. Like now I really want to hop on eBay and be like, hey, Marvel vs. Capcom Arcade1Up. If there really is one, that'd be awesome. Put them side to side and then, then match the decor of your actual cabinet. Of course, two people can't sit at the cabinet, and B, you don't even have a panel where you can have two people playing your cabinet anymore. So it's all solo dolo for you, man. All solo dolo.
All right. I think we have unboxed all the parts so far. Put everything into a bag for trash out of the way.
So B, you're doing the speed run tactic. What's the optimal way of getting this done first? What do you build first? Do you build the cabinet or do you build the riser?
Sometimes I like to build the riser first just to get it out of the way so that I can like get more space. Because otherwise it's just extra parts, right? So
right.
It's kind of the way that I approach it. So I might go that route right now. Just making sure that I have enough space for everything and then get into it. But yeah, here we go. I know I should be speed building, but since we have it, here's the marquee. Here's that beautiful front film that we're peeling off.
ASMR chat, ASMR.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoop. There's the marquee, looking really artwork on the actual logo was really clean. I did say in my preview video the actual artwork itself is a little bit grainy.
Yeah.
I guess it's trying to replicate what it might have looked like in the arcade, but it's always kind of those weird catch-22s because it's super crystal clear with this logo, and then the actual artwork is just a little bit grainy. So I was like, if you're gonna upgrade it, but that's the thing that might have. But otherwise, the colors are nice.
That might be a product of the time too. You have to think this came back out in like what 99 or 2000.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And so the artwork for that wasn't really designed in HD like it is now. So that could be a product.
Remember, I'll have to look at my video if the back of this was like white on the back too. It's a weird back. Like you can kind of see these lines across it.
Yeah.
So that looks a little bit different than the one that I had before. I can't remember if it was that same style, but that's the marquee.
Yoga Flame and Blitz are like that. So I think that maybe that's just a thing going forward and whatnot. And for anybody who's wondering and is like, oh, it's not arcade perfect. It doesn't have the animated violence sticker. I'm that guy. I said that you can go make one or have one printed off from like Kinko's or something. Do they still do Kinko's, Staples, whatever? Can have one printed off. What's going on, P-Dubs? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Let's see. I'm see what the chat.
Oh, wait, P-Dubs is here. Hold on. Had to.
Caesar, how's the Yoga Flame? Does anyone have the cab?
Don't you have the cab, sir?
It's right there. It's right there. There's my Yoga Flame and all its Yoga Flameness. Yes. So just about the Yoga Flame real fast. If you want to play Darkstalkers, get Big Blue. If you don't care about Darkstalkers, get Yoga Flame. Literally, that's the answer to that question. This is the part where I show them like, yo, I have a review on my channel if you want to go check it out.
A very nice, simplistic way to put it.
Yep. I mean, honestly, that's just really the difference. Yoga Flame is pretty much Street Fighter titles, and then the rest of them are shmups and beat 'em ups. Yoga Flame. I mean, Bleed Ghoul is literally Street Fighter, Darkstalkers, and a couple of shmups and beat 'em up. So, and Saturday Night Slam Master. So it all depends on what you're really into, honestly. No shoes. This is a disaster waiting to happen. Look, if
disaster.
It's not a disaster. It's okay. You know, no toes, no toes. Sarge, what's going on, brother? What's happening, Sarge? I'm really fighting not getting this cab. If you want it, you should get it. Know that if you get it, though, you're probably going to be stuck with your MvC or your X-Men versus Street Fighter, depending on your area, because everybody and their mom put this thing on the marketplace, and they haven't been able to move them. So, you know, be prepared for that. But if you don't have the cabinet at all, if you don't have either X-Men or Marvel, this is a perfect opportunity for you to get in the door, honestly. And this isn't shilling or anything like that. I'm being serious with this. You know, like your opportunity to be able to play online, cross compatibility, cross play with people. You know, definitely. You know, take a look at it. And this is why B is doing this stream right now, so you guys can see the intricacies of this cabinet, so you guys can experience it. Hold on, chat. Right now, we see Bill. We see B building and not following the directions, using a power drill instead of a Phillips screwdriver.
Who needs directions, bro?
Look. I'm not talking about the directions. I'm talking about the lack of torque with you using a power drill instead of your natural strength.
Lowest torque level there. It's still on level 1.
See, chat. See, look, chat. This is bad building. Speaking of bad building, $5 from Jeff Walsh. Darkstalker should have came on MvC2. I was hoping no dice. I get it. I get it, but you know, like it's dark. It wouldn't make it. It would make it separate from different cabinets. You know what I mean? Like I'm the kind of person I believe Darkstalker should have been on Yoga Flame. But again, you need things to differentiate the cabinets that you have already now. You know.
Thank you for the $5 super chat, Jeff.
What you said. Question: how long will it take them to get CVS2 cabinets? 2 years? I don't know. I would imagine maybe 2 years. Like if you're logical and you really think about the timeline and the way things go, you know, the last Street Fighter hasn't gotten a new version released. We haven't gotten an alpha or anything like that in years. So I think we've literally gotten Street Fighter base. We've gotten Big Blue. We've gotten that. Street Fighter is going to be evergreen. So as far as CVS2 goes, I hope they put Power Stone on it.
You know, I've never really played Capcom versus SNK, and I played in your tournament yesterday. It's a decent game.
It's really good. The game is really deep. It's really deep. The grooves offer different abilities and things of that nature. If you're used to Capcom stuff, you play the C groove. You know, there's the P groove and the K groove. Like it's a really deep game, and a lot of people probably haven't experienced it. So if you have a PS3, it's probably on sale right now because it usually is on PS3 on the digital store for like $3, along with Capcom Fighting Evolution. Go pick it up, you know, and try it out, or try it out on Fightcade. B has a video on how to install Fightcade on your PC, and a potato can run Fightcade. So give it a shot. See, look at that. I'm plugging your content. I'm plugging my content. I'm doing all the stuff right now.
Thank you. Right.
Android says, did someone make deck stickers for the top and the side panels to change the color? Yes, there are vendors out there who sell stickers. Arcade Graphics, I believe Retro 530 sells some. There's a lot of places. Just check the Facebook groups or ask anybody in the chat. Anybody in the chat will tell you.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm gonna need to do is I do want to change because the concrete graphic that's on like Big Blue and on this one as well. I feel like it's too much. I'm looking to change this side panel right here to like just all blue to match the side of the cabinet.
Yeah.
And then and then maybe have another blue trim on the front too.
Yeah, I saw a couple mock-ups. I think actually 19K Fox was in the chat right now. Did a mock-up of a blue side with a Capcom sticker on the side. Yeah, so it's really good. I also kind of want to mod mine and put the diamond plate on it. But then again, that's another project for another individual in the community.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Built.
Wait a second. Didn't we already build this one? P-Dubs, I do not think that you guys built a Marvelous Capcom 2. Pretty sure you didn't. Well, B did it on stream in Vegas, but
I did build this exact cabinet in Vegas.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point, just to see if there's anything different that I can notice from it. But as far as I can tell so far, it's the same. It's the same cabinet. Maybe some slight differences in the Marquee. I'll have to go back and look at my footage again to see, because the Marquee looks a little bit different. That's the only thing I might slightly be worried about. if it's not as bright, because I remember the Marquee being super nice on the other one.
Did the box come with a kitten?
Did it come with a what?
Did it come with a kitten?
A kitten, possibly. I have 3 of them rolling around. So yes, just as Kong's Us would be like, she would kill me if the kittens weren't around.
Yo, and shout out to Mrs. Crew chat for allowing me to be able to do this right now. Yo, shout out to her, man, being patient. Right?
So, but right before the stream, you actually just had a whole stream talking about the retro fight game community. Like, what was the main topic about? What were you guys talking about?
So basically, and I want to say, I'm trying to remember who it was last week who said something during the Outsider stream with myself and Ralph and Travis and UAG. And somebody said, they were like, we'd love to talk more. We'd love to hear more about what goes on in the retro, in the fighting game community. Because we were talking about, I forgot how we got there before we got a copyright strike or claim or whatever else. And somebody said it, and it wasn't Matt Astro, but somebody said, it was like, yo, we'd like to talk about this. I was like, you know what? This is a good idea. We can talk about this on a future stream. And I figured, well, I know I hold tournaments. I know Nick holds tournaments, Steps holds tournaments, and Blast holds tournaments. Why not be the 4 people to go out and just talk about it, answer questions, share our experiences and things of that nature? So basically we talked about it from the side of a TO, running and organizing it. What are things we enjoy about it? What are things that kind of drive us nuts? The fears, everything else. It's a good listen. I think it's very informative. It gives people some insight to just what really goes on and what really goes into making the tournaments, besides, because the easiest thing, like I've always said, when you do a stream, the easiest thing is hitting the live button. Everything else is all the work. And so, like you've got people like 19K Fox, you got yourself, P-Dubs, on behalf of Super Gamer Reduced, people who've came and supported these tournaments on my end, at least, and just helping to keep the community encouraged. The fight game community, the retro fight game community is encouraged, whether they're from the online arcade or from Fighters Evo, just to be able to participate and have fun. And you get to know these people outside of streams and just be able to converse with them and see that, it's more than just, it's more than just pushing buttons, man. People are passionate about what they do, Like, I always respect when I watch you do streams, when you have people like Quack Leon and, Anthony Vitale. Like, when you guys do those kind of streams, like, that's a great modding community. You guys are, like, passionate about what you do. And so for me to be able to see, like, just the retro fighting game community and the fighting game community just come together and have these discussions and just be able to talk and like, hey, this is right. Hey, we should work on this and whatever else. It's a feeling of camaraderie that you can't really be denied.
I couldn't join earlier for it, but I think you're giving a voice to that community. People love playing these games in that community aspect that the content creators that like you and UAG and all the other folks that have hosted these tournaments in the past, they've really breathed a different life into the cabinet. I remember when I first got my Marvel vs. Capcom 1 cabinet, thinking like, I get my butt whooped on Fightcade, but I bet there's more casuals on Arcade1Up and I could hang with these guys, right? Until
right.
The very first person I ever played was V Salmon, and I was like, okay, I'm getting smoked. I don't know what I'm doing. And then I got into the lab, was playing the likes of Webhead, beat up on Welcome to Die many, many times to really, really get better at the game. And I just loved labbing and playing with people that, you can find somebody at your level. And I think that's what this cabinet, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, is going to do as well. It's going to bring a new level of competition to these Arcade1Up cabinets. And that's why I'm super pissed that the desyncing issues exist right now, because there's going to be a whole bunch of people on the MvC2, MvC1 cabinet, right, that have never played that want to play that game too. The lobbies have gotten way more packed over the years since it was released about 2 years ago. Right. And it's the reason why I'm top 60 instead of top 25 like I used to be, because I'm not in the lab anymore and people are getting better. But I'm excited to get in, and playing this cabinet. But the backwards compatibility, it's everything you would want in a next gen system, right? Just to be able to play the next thing, plus go back and play against other people, except it's broken. So.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Because again, I had matches with Jade, and it was fine. So I don't know. It could all just be maybe a timing thing, but again, addressing this stuff in public lets them see like, hey, this isn't a fluke. People aren't just talking out of the side of their rears. Yeah. Speaking of rears, well, it's not. It's a bad segue. Sorry, but Dwayne Zapane, $5 super chat or $4.99 super chat. Could they be waiting to release online for these caps to allow most people to get them at first and keep leaderboards in check from the early birds? So one of the things about the leaderboards, and people might not know this, when you get the Marvel vs. Capcom Q cab, everybody's getting a fresh reset. The same thing that happens from Big Blue and Yoga Flame, you're getting that same experience on Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So everybody's going to be, there's going to be a lot of people, you're going to see a lot of white ranks and whatever else, right? If they're just starting over in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So you kind of never know who you're going to run into. But again, you learn more from a loss than you do from a win. So don't be afraid. Get your hands dirty. Jump in there. Don't be afraid to jump in the deep end. Have fun, because you never know. You can build friendships. This is part of the reason why we have this is part of the reasons why I created the official Arcade1Up Marvel vs. Capcom 2 group. There are a lot of cool individuals in there that A, are willing to work with you, B, will help you get better, C, just have fun. Travis posted in the Discord. He's never played Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but he's trying to learn. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about, right? Speaking about, Jeff Watts with the $5 super chat. I'm ready to join in on the tourneys. The online is a game changer for me. ... Lobby 2 ... on MvC1 ... Come humble me until we desync. And that's the mentality, yo. It's about having fun.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? It's just about having fun. Listen, you can take a million losses, but as long as you're up there getting your hands dirty, at the end of the day, that is all that matters.
Yeah, so let's talk about that right now. What's kind of like the online etiquette for playing somebody? Because there's no formal written rules on how to jump into a lobby, how long you play. What's the typical etiquette for joining a match, and how long would you typically play?
So I guess it depends on the cabinet, you know. Marvel. So on Marvel versus Street Fighter, I mean, on the Street Fighter cabs, people usually do first to 3 or first to 5. I'm finding what I find on Marvel, like at least Marvel versus Capcom, people want to do first to 5s or first to 10, because Marvel games, there's only one round, so they go pretty quick. You know what I mean? So you know what I'm saying, at least first to 3, but normally you see a lot of first to 5s. Yeah, see, Battle said the same thing. At least go first to 3. You know, don't be afraid. I mean, listen, if you're that worried about your rank, you know, like, don't be, because here's the reality. There's gonna be some really good individuals. There's gonna be some so-so individuals, and then there's gonna be the UAGs of the world. You know what I'm saying? And so,
is that what you mean?
Yeah. So it's just, again, it's just about the experience and having fun. And I literally posted a video in my Discord for beginners. Oh, it looks good. Oh, and it's lined up too. Yeah, look at it. It's lined up.
So this was just me blindly, just matching the backside of the extension panel, which is just a mere 4 inches. It probably would have been better if they just added 4 inches to the riser.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's the artwork. If you spend some time lining it up, it does look pretty clean. I mean, there might be
that gap,
one little off part right here on his inner thigh right here, but everything else looks pretty lined up. And you can kind of nudge it a little bit. But yeah, unless you're looking super, super close, like from far away, it looks pretty good. But up close, you can see that break. So it's just another note on the artwork side of things.
Yeah. It's a nitpick. I saw you already go over crotch gate. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Again, the lobbies, which if you're buying the cab from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, even if you're not planning on buying online or playing online, because I see a lot of the comments in like, at least in my videos, and they talk about how they're buying it for the experience, they're not buying it to play online. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You know, for the people that are buying to play online, I would say patience, but be realistic. You know, I've firmly said this over and over. Even when I put up the MoPlays channel, on the MoPlays channel, the MvC tournament for December 4th, if the lobbies aren't open for December 4th, we're going to pivot to Fightcade. Unfortunately, that's the way it is, you know.
You really think it's going to take that long, like the speculation?
I would hope not, but that's why I spaced it out for December 4th, because originally I wanted to do it next month, but better safe than sorry, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I mean, I know that Arcade1Up and folks sometimes watches our channels, but if anybody is watching this, right, like we have some influence to be able to ask and make questions, but I would really like to see some official statement come out.
Yeah, it's
about,
a nightmare,
state, right?
It's a nightmare that like they're not even getting in front of this. Like they need an actual PR team. Like it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Beat Up says the best way to go is to start a match, and once you're about to lose, dip out like the attendance at a Nickelback concert. So from what I understand, and this is
poor etiquette, bad form.
Right. From what I understand, you're gonna get penalized on MvC2 if you do that. So rage quitting might not be the best way to go. And then plus, there are forums. People will call you out on Facebook and on Reddit and wherever else and be like, yo, Mike Walker quit during the match. You will get called out. And people will get to the point where they will not play you. You know, it's one of the great mysteries in this retro fight game community. Just like, who was Sub Agent? Legit.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
like,
Who is Sub Agent? That's the other side trying to
now, see,
blind.
that one's a lot tighter than the other one. Like if you look at the first panel has a little crack and you can see through it, but that one's a lot more close.
Yeah. So it is what it is. But you mentioned something though that I want to just talk about. The lobby system itself is the same as the old one. So I don't think there is a penalty for people dipping out. Like on the new MK30th, that style does say penalty, right? But I don't think there's anything on the like if you did it in Marvel vs. Capcom 1, definitely nothing there. So that's something to take a look for.
Yeah, and there needs to be something. And again, some people might not care. You know, it might just be a loss, and some people might just be like, you know,
all right, 7:43. I'm okay.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good. Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
20 more minutes to get this ready to go. All right.
Yeah, if you had shoes on, you could shave it down to 18.
Nah, that would just get in the way. I wouldn't be able to bend my toes right now. I'd be all getting my carpet all dirty.
That is true.
Nasty.
Michael Smith says, anybody know same spectator mode? So from what we were told, we don't know this yet because we can't see MvC2, but there is spectator mode on the cabinet for all the original titles. Correct. So your Marvel superheroes, your X-Men Coda, your X-Men versus Street Fighter, your Marvel Street Fighter, Marvel's Capcom 1 still has spectator mode because it's still the same system that is in place right now. Marvel's Capcom 2, I don't know, but I'm hoping so, right?
Yeah,
see Marvel. I meant like if you leave in the middle of the match, like, you know what I'm saying, you can get the body and finish beating them up. But what I'm saying is you leave like mid match. That's what I mean. He's talking about the penalty.
I see.
Let's see. Emery Arcade says, please use dowels, B. They want you to use dowels.
I did use dowels.
Mikey L. Piloto is getting theirs from tomorrow from Arcade1Up. So shout out to everybody in the community who hashtag got loud, because I see the post in the Facebook groups about you guys contacting Arcade1Up and being like, yo, these cats are getting these cabinets, and you guys are saying mid-November, and then all of a sudden they're getting shipping notices. CT Jason actually did that same thing. That dude went and complained, and then they shipped his cab today. So
did he finally get it?
Yeah, they shipped it today, so he should probably have it by like Thursday or Friday. So
because I heard people were saying November for the Arcade1Up one.
Yeah, some people are getting shipping notifications now, particularly the people that go and say something to customer service. Mm-hmm. I know my friend Evan is going back and forth debating with customer service right now, so I don't know, maybe people are getting lucky with the agents they're running into, but somehow, some way, all of a sudden Arcade1Up is shipping some out.
Okay.
So check those emails. You know, pay attention.
How about you? Didn't you order from Best Buy and GameStop?
Best Buy canceled mine. GameStop actually said they were supposed to release them on the 8th. I called today about mine. I have 2 on hold at GameStop.
Okay. Wait, the Best Buy one though?
No, Best Buy canceled the Best Buy one.
What?
Yes. And so I live it. I don't know. And I would have been livid, but I had 2 at GameStop. So shout out to Perry, because she's the GameStop manager in my town. I'm saying we're cool people. She's in my Discord, right? Mm-hmm. So I call her today and I'm like, yo, hey, do you have any updates about Marvel's Capcom 2? Because I saw the link today where it's no longer in pre-order status. It says add to cart. And she checks and she's like, yeah, it was supposed to be out here. It was supposed to be here on the 8th. So she called the district manager and whatever else. And so, you know, we're getting things moving. So I'm patient. You know, I got to put hands on the cabinet. And let's be real, Marvel's Capcom 2 isn't online right now. I'm completely fine right now with my MvC1. If anything, it's preventing me from having to stop building stuff. Speaking of building stuff, second speedrunning champion in the world next to me, She Lion. What's going on, Jade? Welcome to the stream. Hey, yo, what's happening?
Congratulations to Jade, She Lion Gaming. Just hit 1,000 subscribers the other day. Was super excited to witness that. That was awesome. Love that.
So when we were doing I Got Next Friday night, I did pop in and watch you and Jade play a little bit of Marvel vs. Street Fighter. I did watch a little bit of that. But yo, congrats to her, man. Yo, well deserved. Again, if you guys aren't sub to She Line, yo, drop her a sub. She's good people. And she didn't pay me to say that. but yeah, like Best Buy, yo, make sure you got Best Buy has pre-orders now because people are canceling from Best Buy and they're ordering from Walmart and they're ordering from Best Buy from Target and they're ordering from Home Depot and Shop Hippo, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of people are canceling their Best Buy orders because Best Buy is talking about Halloween.
They're taking too long. Yeah, everybody's getting that. So, I mean, I was really surprised last Thursday when Arcade1Up said there was going to be another round, that the Walmart order was just like up for like the whole day, pretty much. And like I just casually checked it with nobody saying, "Hey, it's up there." And I was like, "Can I really order this and get it next week?" And I did it, and I was like, "All right." So
which I was gonna do that, but I felt loyalty. I'm like, if you if you order in-store pickup, because I didn't want to deliver in house because I wanted a reason to go just pick it up. If you do in-store pickup, they have to sit on those cabinets. And she's like, bro, don't order this cabinet if you're not gonna pick it up, because I don't want to be sitting here.
Oh, the game.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I got you. So when I saw the Walmart thing, I was like, yeah, I could pull the trigger. I could do this, but my cabinet's already paid for it. I'm just like, yeah, don't be that guy, Mike.
Yeah,
be patient. And I'm okay being patient.
Best Buy, I was not committed. I was like, meh. It was a placeholder. And that's the other thing about pre-orders, because sometimes people complain about being the first to pre-order and not getting the first to get it. Pre-orders never mean you're the first to get something. It's just the guarantee that you're going to get it, right?
Right, exactly. You have an opportunity to be able to pick it up. Now, it doesn't speak about the speed of your your order. It's just that you're guaranteed that you're in the line for it. Yeah. So like a lot of people
experience, like retailer wise, do you feel like Walmart is the fastest? I was kind of surprised. I don't know. Like,
yeah, Walmart's pretty quick. All things considered, they were the last one to the dance, to put up pre-orders, and then for them to just be like, okay, we've got them, we can allocate, and here you guys go. Like that's impressive. Best Buy was one of the first. Target was the first, and then you've got Target either back ordering or canceling pre-orders as well. So it's just people are getting the cabinets, and I guess that's all that really matters. But for Best Buy, it's just weird. They're always the last one to the game. I never want to order from Best Buy. Like MvC only got ordered from Best Buy because they were the only ones restocking them after I pissed them on the ground. Let's see. My FedEx tracker says Target coming Sunday this week. That's what's up. And again, right? Again. Yo, Jay wants a time check. What's going on, Jay?
Time check. I started this right after about 7:15 or so. My time Pacific. So whatever.
So we're about almost 35 minutes in. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Is Walmart always that quick? Walmart is always trying to get that crap off the shelves.
Yeah.
Like they do not want that stock in their system. Fun fact, chat, my Walmart stopped selling Arcade1Ups, and now there's like 6 Simpsons cabs in my Walmart. Just Simpsons. No Blitz, no Mortal Kombat, no Yoga Flame, just Simpsons. So
nothing else, right?
No, nothing else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My Walmarts are pretty dry these days too.
Rotundo wants to know what's the length from the bottom of the cab to the bottom of the CP lip.
It's the same as the MK30th. Do you have that? Are you talking about this right here?
I think he's talking about just from the base, from the extender, from the base all the way up to the top of maybe the Marquee, maybe.
Yeah, I can get a measuring tape in just a second and do that. So, can you highlight that or remember that?
Yeah, I can remember.
Okay.
I can remember.
Make a mental note. So,
yep.
I have a goal. I have a goal to get this done. Get her done.
Get her done. Mugen Lord says I ordered hap joysticks and sidewalk buttons for this cabinet. Could you guys make a modding tutorial for joysticks and buttons?
Yeah. Which one did he order?
This one, MvC2.
I know, but which buttons did he say you got?
He said he has a hap joystick and Sanwa button. So the 30 mil. I'm assuming he ordered 30 millimeter Sanwas
buttons. Yeah. So just so that you know, hap style controller sticks will take more modding than if you did a Sanwa stick. So that's just, you might have to cut your joystick a little bit just to make it fit within the spacing.
The plastic part.
Yeah, I've done that before. So just note that's something you're going to have to do.
This is the part where I want to be helpful and go dig in my closet and go pull out a hap stick because I'm literally sitting on a couple. Right? Yeah, but you're literally have to dremel it off.
My own installation of at least Sanwas in here, and whenever I do joystick installations, I try to talk about the differences in them so that I can share as much as we can. But definitely we'll be looking forward to making more of that type of content.
Well, there you go, chat. You guys have been guaranteed a mod video from Kongs and Russ about the panel. Jeff Walsh with the $5 super chat. I got lucky, checked Arcade1Up. Their Twitter popped up. Walmart pre-orders were up for 3 hours before the Arcade1Up email went out, then sold out. Can we talk about this for a minute? Because this has been kind of a cluster. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this has been a weird release. Like, it's not a console. Essentially, it's a toy, but this has been one of the weirdest arcade pre-orders that have happened in forever or ever in the history of the company. It's so weird. It's almost like they're putting MSG inside of the freaking cabs or something.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, chat, for anybody who didn't get that, go watch some Uncle Roger. Just saying, watch Nigel MG. He's great. But anyway, let's see. Ozzy wants to know which buttons and sticks would you use for this?
For me, versus games, I think require a little bit more precision than the old school Street Fighter games that use hap sticks. Even though probably haps are what you played these games in the arcade, I think most competitive folks are used to sandwall sticks and buttons with this particular versus cap. So I think the fight stick of choice for a lot of people in the competitive scene for MvC2 back in the day were like the Mad Catz fight sticks, which used stock sandwall buttons and sticks. So I would say that would be like my preference because it's easier to button mash. And having convex buttons where it's like smooth on top, you really have to button mash in the MvC1 and 2 to be able to get extra damage. And using concave hat buttons, like it actually hurts your hands a little bit more.
Yes.
So that's my preference.
So yes, chat. These are Sanwas that B's talking about. These are Sanwas. These are brand new, like a couple months old, so not new.
Oh, yeah.
And then in the stick, you know what I'm saying, brand new and stuff, right? So essentially, he's right. Like these are for versus games or whatever else. This is what you want, you know. Like they're 30 millimeters. You can pop them in and out. Essentially, and there's where's that octagonal gate on there right now? No, it's square gate because I was playing Street Fighter last time I played. So, but yeah, like I agree 100%. You don't want to have concave. You don't want to have concave buttons because especially when you're like mashing out supers and whatever else. Yeah, man. You don't want to get those blisters.
But it really depends. It's all about preference, honestly. So even though that's our recommendation, it's about your feel and what you remember, what you feel is good for you. Right?
Exactly.
So it's just what your style of play is going to be like.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's all about, like you said, it's the feel, the tension, what you're comfortable with, But again, like I always say, just because you put buttons and sticks in, doesn't mean you're going to be one of the best players in the world. DJ Ilk streams Street Fighter, and he's using the stock control panel in a Street Fighter partycade. Eddie Good plays Marvel vs. Capcom on a stock panel. Buttons. So stock sticks and buttons. So I mean, the tools make the man, and the man make the tools. Is that old saying?
Yeah. All right, so we're putting in the marquee section area. It's the new style, so I not having instructions was just trying to make sure I'll put things in correctly a little bit there.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I think we're okay. You just have that the LED light coming around the back. Everything here, since it's we're kind of sticking it in, it's like just staying in place by itself without anything screwed in. So this whole section is just set up, and then I'm gonna have to do this section.
Which means you've done it right. Which means now you can just slide the marquee in. So
yeah, just like the marquee in. And this, I always forget about like this front panel. So this is now the front. So it's not like
I hate that. That's the most annoying thing about these style of cabs. Yeah,
we are.
You might actually want to get those directions.
Oh, there are holes. The peg goes into the hole, and then the hole goes into the other hole, and then you put it in, and then you screw it together, and that's it. That's all you need. That's all you need to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do not condone the this part, without instructions. I would say that if this is your first cabinet, use instructions. If this is like your 27th, like B's, hey, yo, let it rock. Because he can go back and fix it. But you might want to follow instructions.
Yeah, man. They're afraid about modding things or breaking things. I mean, I've been known to take things apart as soon as I get it, and it takes a lot to like physically break these cabinets to make it so you can't repair it or do something for it.
That is also true.
Slight disclaimer.
Neo LC Vera, what's going on? Is there an LED strip across the width of the marquee?
Yes. Yeah. This whole section right here has an LED behind it, and then that's gonna light up so it's like a traditional arcade.
Right, really right. Cool. Yes, Zero Hero. We're saying that Sanwa buttons does not make you a better player. That is what we're saying. Yes.
All right.
Let's see. What are the dimensions of the box? Is it the same size as the Midway Legacy? Yeah, it's pretty much the same size as the Midway Legacy or the Yoga Flame. Because there's no stool in it, they can compact it in. So yeah, it's the same size box. So if you're worried about that aspect of it, you guys will be completely fine.
All right. We're in the end game, folks. We are putting in the final pegs, and then we're going to stick the top side on. I should probably peel off that monitor sticker though before it gets too trapped though.
Wait, you didn't take the sticker off the monitor yet?
Not yet, good sir, but I will.
Oh man, I do that first because if some of it comes off, I need to unscrew and be anal about it and get all the little pieces of plastic off. Yo, where did Kits just go? I just saw him. Hello, Justin. That's not me. That's Kits.
Justin Console Kits, where are you? Get in the stream right now.
Lady Luna's in the house. What is going on, guys?
Welcome to the We Talk Crap stream. No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh, what did I miss? Is this where we talk about drama? I'm excited.
Yeah.
Is this drama like? Is it in a theater?
It's me not wearing any shoes and determining if we can get this built as quickly as possible, and if there's any differences. But I don't think there is. I don't think there's anything that looks out of the ordinary so far.
Did somebody start the timer?
Yes. We're currently like 40 minutes.
5 minutes. Ah, okay.
It's not bad. It's better than last time, right?
I have like 2 minutes left. I started this around 7:15 my time, so about 10:15 Eastern. And this is the part that also takes a long time now. The back part of this, the coin door. Do you guys like the coin door?
I like the idea of the coin door. I hate the way that you have to fasten it down.
Let's see what the chat has to say. Spam some ones if you like the coin door. Spam some zeros if you dislike the coin door that Arcade1Up came out with. Let's see what we get.
Ones and zeros.
I love zeros and ones.
It's the Matrix, man. The Matrix. It might not be the same freaking universe. So, Justin, somebody wants to know in the chat if you are picking up this cabinet.
Hey, I do want to mention something because this is actually something that happened when I built the Marvel vs. Capcom cabinet in Vegas. The backside of the caps for the coin door, I don't see them inside of like that main package. I think I had to go back into the box and like look for it behind something else.
Yeah.
So for me, I canceled my pre-order. I'm sick and tired of all of this online bozo crap. I'm out of here. No online, I'm out. No, I did cancel my pre-order, but that's to save money up for a pinball, you know?
Did you? Okay, never mind. I found it. They're the J screws. They were just
So remember, I got the Best Buy deal. I ended up canceling it like a couple days later. I think I mentioned it on the stream.
No more arcades until pinball.
Well, I'm playing the odds. I think I might be able to get a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 at a discount. I'm going to play the odds. It's like save money and maybe get it at a discount later. Because I think, keep in mind, the whole deals game it's all about, did Arcade1Up calculate correctly? And you think about it this way, and it's retailer too, like did the retailer leave money on the table, right?
Right.
So retailer doesn't want to leave money on the table, right? Because that's just lost revenue, potential revenue just lost, right? And then so they may do more waves and be like, oh, we think the market's going to be this high, so let's do another wave, right? At some point, they're going to overshoot it, right? And then the market will be saturated and the interest will wane, and maybe you'll get it at a discount.
The history of Marvel vs. Capcom 1, though, I don't think that particular cabinet ever went on sale. The X-Men did, but
X-Men did.
One,
right, but
I never saw it on discount.
They came out with two cabs at the same time with similar titles and similar interest.
Well, it's different. Well, it's different because there were 4 different titles. There were different titles on each cabinet. People, and I think that's what hurt them in the end because they put X-Men Coda and they put X-Men versus Street Fighter specifically on the X-Men cabinet, but they didn't put the other versus games on that cabinet. And so people more desired to have Marvel vs. Capcom, and they were more inclined to buy this one. So they did a second wave of Marvel vs. Capcom. Thankfully, this is why I have this one. But you did see a lot of people leave X-Men versus Street Fighter because it was kind of the inferior one out of the two. You know, kind of like the Killer Instinct and Killer Instinct Pro debacle, where people heard there was a better version, and so they just left it off the table. So I mean, I don't know if it's going to be the same thing for Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah,
2,
but
I mean,
they're going to make more Marvel vs. Capcom 2 because the title is actually more exciting. So we might see an XL version, we might see a Pro version. You know, there's all these possibilities where I think those other titles they just won't release them.
No, I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with you with that. But I don't know if there's going to be oversaturation. I think that anybody who wants it, they're going to get it, And I think the scalpers who are being scumbags and trying to sell this thing for $1,800, I think that they're going to starve.
All right, so we are sticking the marquee into the slot, and then we're going to put the other side on. Everybody's favorite part.
There we go. This is the struggle. Thank you for the super chat from Jeff Walsh, $5. He asked, Justin, Jurassic Park Premium? You will not be disappointed.
Ooh, I agree. Is that the one, though? Is that the one?
I haven't made a choice yet. I'm keeping my options open. I'm trying to be patient.
Mm-hmm.
As I read the chat, shout out to Bobby Pigo in the chat. What's going on, my dude? Welcome.
Hey,
Yeah, Bobby's legit. Bobby is legitimately he's legit, man. So shout out to Bobby being here.
All right.
Justin, are you familiar with the FGC? Is what Bobby would like to know.
I'm not familiar. You'll have to explain it. What's that acronym stand for? I'm not familiar.
Fighting game community.
I'm sure it means something else. I'm going to look it up on the internet. Let's see. Fighting game community. Florida Gateway College. That's what it stands for.
Okay. That's also an acronym we can rock with.
Yeah.
But no, I agree with you. I said before that I believe that this is a cabinet that they should actually make countercaves for. And a countercave will be a great way for people to get in, especially if they include online. Then people don't have to expend exorbitant amounts of money and keep space for the cabinet. So there probably will be more renditions of this cabinet. Honestly, I think that when this cabinet was released, the FOMO was real. And now that we're seeing that you're almost readily available to go online and go get one. It's a different beast. Oh, sorry. 199 super chat from 6 co-op pop. Ideas on what plus more on games list means.
Yeah. Is there the word plus more
on the box? Yeah, on the box.
On the box,
there's 8 games. It says plus more. It's the weirdest phrasing in the world.
I mean, is it just stupid marketing? Like plus more. We have menus and.
Can you make this one big?
Yeah.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah, that one.
Is that the part we're looking at?
I think it's at the end. If you go all the way to the end of it, the other way.
All right, let's actually look at this. All right.
Yeah.
8 games. They list all the titles here. Online multiplayer. Leaderboards. Yeah, I don't see where it says plus more.
I think it's on the other side or in the yellow font. I don't know. I do remember seeing that in the footage. But when I think they say plus more, don't dox yourself. When I think they say plus more, I think it's one of the things where like John D talked about in interviews about maybe adding additions to certain titles on the cabinet and things of that nature. So maybe that's what they mean when they say plus more.
Play competitive friends online, long time in addition to subscription. I don't see anything that says plus more. Maybe
maybe it's on the website. Let me go look real fast.
It might be in the description or something, but not on the box itself. It could be on the listing that you guys might be thinking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna look right now.
All right.
You guys are killing the speed run. I do want to say that. You guys are killing the speed run.
Come on, go. Let's do this.
I know.
We got more questions in the chat. Mo, do you see any more? I see a question mark just came in.
Oh, sorry.
Is the artwork grainy?
No.
No, it's not. It's I think it's custom artwork specifically for this cab. Like it's based off of the PlayStation 2 version of this cabinet. Sorry, like my back is here now if you want to switch cameras. But the artwork itself, I think was drawn, specifically for this cabinet. I think it's new updated art. Have you seen this artwork somewhere else? Like somewhere else, Mo?
So that artwork that is on the side cabinet right now is also in the strategy guide for Marvel vs. Capcom 2, along with the back of the Japanese Dreamcast version, along with the PS2 and the Xbox versions of it. But they're not together like that. They're separated. So this is all pretty much this is all a collage of all that artwork together.
Yeah. So definitely not grainy. It's pretty high definition
Yeah, it's not grainy at all. Also, it's not on the website anymore. And shout out to whoever redesigned the Arcade1Up website because
it's pretty clean.
It looks a lot cleaner. Yeah, man. Like as somebody who looks at websites on a daily basis,
I forgot to do the thing, Justin, where I peeled off the sticker first from the monitor. I'm gonna.
You did? But did you put the? Did you screw the monitor in already? And dude, you're screwed, right?
I said that. I said the same thing.
This is an opportunity. What is it called? Like a teaching moment? Can you show everyone what we're talking about? Like what not to do?
What I'm doing right now is I'm peeling off the artwork before I go any further.
This needs to be fixed in the instructions because the instructions do not say to take it off, and it's getting worse. Those that don't have this newer cabinets, like the Yoga Flame Edition, Mortal Kombat, right? If you get to this final spot, look, if you fully tighten up the monitor and screw it in, then there's no gap for you to like peel it off.
Right.
Yeah.
And the screws are like up behind the speakers.
Yeah, so I just needed to do that really quickly before it got too tight. Yeah. And I regretted this. Yeah. Regret. You're right, Mode. I should have did that earlier.
I said it. I was like, dude, peel it off.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have to unscrew and get some.
I have like one little section right here that's like hanging out, sticking out. I'm like, that's gonna bug me.
Yeah.
But,
that's good. So, question, is the cab Wi-Fi only? So the PCB, does it have Ethernet?
Yes, there's Ethernet on there. Yeah, there's Ethernet.
Confirm. Yes, there is an Ethernet port.
That was one of the main things we talked about in Vegas, like that you could hardwire. So yeah, there's definitely an Ethernet port on there.
And the original one you could, but you had to use an adapter. You had to use a micro USB Ethernet adapter.
Okay, those in the chat. If you have more questions, throw question marks in yours so we can see it. That way we can slow down. We can make B-Kong lose his own battle.
we are in the end game, folks.
Did you get the riser built already?
I did. Yep. I did the riser first.
And he has done this all safely without wearing foot protection. So good on him.
Injured in the making of this cabinet.
Yeah, Emery Arcade's got it figured out. This is what I had decided next time I get a cabinet that's like this. This is what I was going to do. So I don't really want to peel off the entire monitor protection. Kind of want to leave it on there while you're doing the assembly, right? So you peel it to the middle so that it's still kind of there, but it's off of the top screws. Mm-hmm.
All right.
So B, one of the things I didn't see you do, and I do it all the time, you didn't test the monitor in the control panel to make sure it worked before you connected it.
Oh, I never do that.
Just risk it.
Best practice.
Fully assembled and then turn it on and pray that you get the splash screen.
Yeah, that's
right.
The Arcade1Up pray. Like when you just turn it on and it's like, ain't got time for all that.
Until you have to take it apart.
So Zero Hero asks. He asked about my barbecue I put on Twitter yesterday. In Des Moines, there's this place called Smokey D's, and we went there, and it was really great.
I saw that. I did see that with the mac and cheese and stuff. I saw that.
All right, last thing. Good. These side panels are just the fake panels. They just stick on. They're not actually part of the side thing right there. So another set of screws, I believe.
Once again, chat.
These screws are what we need. And then we'll get this going.
That's a good question. Yo, Skyhook wants to know, my K monitor bracket was really close to the Wi-Fi tower. Is that the case with B's?
The K monitor is close to the Wi-Fi.
The little monitor bracket.
The brackets, right? Yeah. Was it close to Wi-Fi?
Yes. One of the white brackets, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one gets on the monitor really close to the Wi-Fi adapter, but it shouldn't have an issue. It's pretty flexible. The wire, the antenna itself is pretty flexible.
Yeah, and it's like that with a lot of cabinets.
Yeah, it's just a tight squeeze, right?
Yeah.
Another question. So I understand there's bass boost in the settings. Is that true? How good is the bass?
I remember the sound being pretty good. I didn't have any issues with it. So I'll have to double check if there were actual settings there.
The sound is really loud. It's really loud. So I don't think anybody who's worried about the Arcade1Up speakers in this one, you're not going to have that issue. You might not even need to put it in, but hey, if you want your house to shake.
All right, so everybody in the chat, stick around for a little bit. If we can get to 400, B will take his shirt off. So anyway, question mark, he says, yo, Mike of all trades, I pre-ordered my Best Buy. Oh, 19 people just left. I pre-ordered at Best Buy, and some others I know have shipping dates for fewer orders. Should I call and complain?
That's not my thing. I can't tell you to complain or not. I would always say, you know what you signed up for. Listen, you signed up for, you got in. If you want to complain about it, by all means, feel free to do so. I'm never the person to tell you complain or whatnot, unless it's Arcade1Up, because complaining to Best Buy's customer service isn't going to make your cabinet come out any faster. Okay. It's not going to move it.
That's a key thing. Like, for a while there, I was going like, what are you talking about? Like, the key value to that answer is it going to change anything?
Yeah, it's not going to do anything. It literally would just be you venting to some poor agent on the other end of the line who's literally just trying to do their job. And don't be Captain Kirk or Captain Karen. Don't be Captain Karen. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Shout out to One Underground for that. That's gonna be a t-shirt. But no, I wouldn't complain. You guys know the date. They've said it's gonna be Halloween. Some people's are shipping right now. If you've gotten lucky and you're in that, congratulations. If not, if you want to try to cancel your pre-order and risk it for somewhere else, by all means, it is your prerogative. It is your choice to do that. But again, it's at your own risk. It all depends on how fast you want to get the cabinet. And honestly, MvC2 isn't even online right now. So yeah, I don't know what the rush is about, honestly.
Well, maybe they want to play offline. Bob asks how we're doing. How are you doing, Moat?
What's going on, Sarge?
How's your mental health? Is it good? Is it high? Is it low? Where are you at?
I am actually pretty decent right now. You know, I was a little down today. I was a little down, and then you know, I got to read a couple messages, and then B was like, "Hey, you want to do this?" He's like, "Crap, I gotta do. You got your stream. I'm gonna go after, and I gotta do this." I'm like, "You know what? Cool." And then I saw him put that stream that link in the chat, and you invited Michael B. And then I got upset, and I was like, no, I'm just kidding. No, seriously, I'm good, man. Sarge, I hope you're doing well, man. I appreciate you, dude.
All right. I'm just at about the 1 hour mark from when I started the build. It was around 17, so I think I'm okay. We're just about to put in the last thing, which is just the control panel.
Whoa. Are you a peeler or not peeler?
I will peel. Don't worry. I will peel.
Peel. That's funny.
Jeff Walsh with the $2 super chat. He says, still waiting for my arse kicking.
Yes, it's going to be very, very soon. So here's the thing, though. Once we boot it up, Jeff, was there an update as soon as you got it? Because I hear there's already an update from the one that we played in Vegas did not have the ability to connect online because we were in the hotel. So was there an update? I'm curious.
We'll find out. And then we got Jedi with the $5 super chat. It says, Best Buy still pending. They said, buy or before the 31st. I ordered another from GameStop today, thanks to 19K Fox. So now it's a race. Who else in the chat does that, where they buy it twice and then return the one that's late?
I did it.
Guilty. Hit 1 in the chat if you've done that. 0 if you're like, nah, that's not for me.
Taking the stock for those who want one. How dare you all?
That's fine. That's true. Does that reveal that that's how sometimes stock will come back?
Yeah.
Because they go out and then they got to get returned. Where do those go? They go to the deal aisle. There you go.
Let's
where
see.
can you find deals, console kids? Is there a website or so that people can actually check out?
I'm not going to talk about my website. Like he
won't talk about it, but I will.
No, hold on. Moat, what just happened to Arcade1Up's website recently?
It just got an overhaul.
So, what do you think my script is doing right now?
Well, let me go look real fast.
It's going. If you go to consolekits.com, it has no information on Arcade1Up.
Oh wow! Actually, that's not
it has
true.
information for retailers, but all the links for Arcade1Up have changed. So my website's trying to scrape prices from Arcade1Up, and it's all failing. So
which actually, hold on, let me do some crap on my website real quick since we're doing all this crap. It's all websites. Anyway, well, we'll plug it when it's up, chat. We will plug it when it's up.
There you go. Hit the like button, guys. That would be appreciated. Ralphie is reminding everyone.
Yeah, and we did it at the beginning of the stream, so I kind of plugged, hoping that for folks that are watching, if you're watching at this point, I'm trying to make a mini goal of getting to 10,000 subscribers. But so would love for folks that are watching that might not have subscribed. Would love your support to do that. And
let me help you.
Get to 10K.
See.
So.
Nope, that's not good. I gotta.
No.
No, that's stupid.
I've lost it.
Never mind.
What are you doing?
I was thinking about.
Oh, I was thinking about trying to market this idea that you should hit the subscribe button while you're here, and I wanted to do it in a funny voice, but this is the only voice I could find.
So you see, Justin, you're not doing it right. You have to appeal to the people. So, chat, if you want to help B's dream, you want to help him grow, make sure that you not only follow, hit the bell notification, and subscribe to his channel. It's free. And he does these kind of things all day as he makes his way to 10K.
All right. If you know what this song is, you need to subscribe. You ready? Okay. I'm not. I promise I won't copyright claim you. Ready?
All good.
But
all good.
See if you know the song. Okay. Ready? Let's see, where's it at? I can't remember how it goes. Anyone? Nope. Let's see if anyone knows that. Jeff Walsh with the $2 super chat. On arrival on the 6th, there was an update. No one knows it. No one knows it.
What was the riff from? Was that
There we go.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to get there. Yeah, I was waiting for you to get there.
Yeah. All right. We're almost there, folks.
Oh, well, sorry.
All
Crazy.
good.
Okay.
Hey, you have any tips for folks that might have trouble screwing the tops on these on? Is it just holding down needle nose pliers?
So I use needle nose pliers.
Yeah.
Literally, it's crazy. You hear people,
It's another teaching moment.
Yes.
Yeah, it
shows how it's done.
People like they're like, oh well, we can never get the back tops done, and I'm like, you don't need. They're like, you use Loctite. Well, if you want to replace the sticks, if you Loctite, you can't get it off. And I'm just like, a pair of needle nose pliers or T strippers.
Show how it's done, man.
Yeah, those are T strippers that he's holding, chat.
If you want to use like just something else, the plastic to make sure that you don't scuff up that bottom part, but that's what I'm just gonna do here. Just gonna hold down that bottom part with the pliers.
This should be in the instructions.
Why do you have a pair of T strippers? What are you doing electrical in your house? Why do you have a pair of T strippers? What are you doing with those?
This?
Yes.
Yeah,
they're T strippers. Yeah, I know what they are.
It does everything.
That's electrician stuff right there. I know what they are. That's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's
next B is gonna pull out a circuit tester, chat, and an ammeter. Watch.
No, we're just tightening that in. All right. I should probably plug this in first. No, that's something that I should do.
Yeah, but you got to set up the scene, right?
Marvel.
Everyone's got to see that splash. Boom.
Right. Yeah, you gotta turn it so that people see it. See, Marvel, you're right. You can use a flathead screwdriver under the joystick, but that also requires for you to take off the casing. And a lot of people don't want to do that. Some people don't even want to test the monitor before it goes on. But chat, here you go. You guys are getting exclusives.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Console fanboy. I do have a degree. Yes, I can show you.
There it is. I still have the little bit of the plastic on here. I got to unscrew that later and pull that off. Height of it looks exactly the same as the MK30th right next to it. It's finer than mine.
Do you have drum roll sound effects?
Let me see. Actually, no, but I got this. And now, ladies and gents, the moment you all been waiting for, and I hope this is coming through on the stream. I don't know.
You sound normal, dude.
Oh, why does that not output? Because I was literally playing the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire theme. Hold on, let me unplug my headphones and maybe this work like this.
Minute now.
Let's go with this.
We are going to be seeing.
Let's go this way.
B Kong. B Kong's gonna flip the switch. Will he be able to show the world that it's working? I didn't know I could go that high. Are you ready to rumble?
Here we go, moment of truth. All right, here we go. This is up on the marquee right here, just to see. Everything's plugged in. Boom. Ah, it lit up. It says loading.
Boo.
Oh.
Yes.
That's nice.
Let's rock.
Yeah.
So it's kind of off sync a little bit, but that's okay. Hopefully they fix that in the update.
Yeah, there it is.
Woo! Set up your Wi-Fi. Let's get the download, and then let's. What you gonna play? Who you gonna play? Someone. That's right.
Wow, that was really loud. And
Yeah, that's
was,
what I said. The speakers are good. That's what I said. People shouldn't have a concern about that.
Volume 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. Okay, so the first thing it's asking me to do right now is just to enjoy the full gaming experience by connecting you to your Wi-Fi network. Set up the Wi-Fi connection now. So I'll go ahead and do this off stream.
Show us your password.
Yeah, we're ready. Okay, right here, right there.
He's bringing sexy back, chat. You get it? This stream has now become NC-17.
Jeff said he's ready to rumble with the $2 super chat.
Yes, Jeff, we're ready to rumble.
My wife just texted.
Right. So
she said, "Hey,
right
butt
now,
munch, stop yelling."
Shout out to your wife for calling you a butt munch, dude. That's some real Beavis and Butthead stuff right there.
She loves Beavis and Butthead.
That's awesome.
Okay, so now it's connected, and then it is now asking version update, null version code, version 1.0.24 update. So let's go ahead and do that update and see how long it takes.
Now, is there just one update, or is there I think there's 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's what I like to do. Wow, thank you all so much for joining and jumping in. So I wanted to do some side-by-side testing. I do want to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and test it out. But one of the things I'm really curious is playing another person online that also has Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So that's what Jeff was saying. Go. But Jeff, if you want to join in and play, what I'd like you to do is actually come onto the stream if you can and potentially share your camera with your screen so we can see the desync if there's any issues. So Jeff,
there we go.
Willing to jump on to the stream. I'm going to drop the chat, the link to join in the stream right there so we can see you backstage and bring you on. I think Travis MCP, if you're watching as well, you might have your camera set up as well. I'd love to have you jump on as well to be able to showcase that. But look at this. We have the screen here that's beautiful at this angle, and maybe the not so great screen that's over there. I still have not done a monitor upgrade on the MK30th, but man, what a difference it makes having.
But why not? You know, 19K Fox has a foolproof.
I know I'm a slacker. That's pretty much the reason why. So what can I say? What can I say?
Yeah. While we're waiting on that, I'd love for people in the chat to guess B Kong's Wi-Fi password. It's a. Let's see if anyone gets it right, because we got a few people with their guesses of what the password is.
Oh, I can get Mr. Kong's R Us here and double check and see if there it is.
I'm going to go with hashtag it's playable.
Yeah.
Where's my shirt?
Give me a thumbs up, Jeff, if you're ready to be put on camera, put on the screen. Give me a thumbs up. On your side, you want to make sure YouTube is off, and so there's no feedback from the show. You good?
You don't have to worry. There's enough blur where no one can see what you're entering. We can just follow the letters on the screen.
Hey, Travis, I know you're new to this, but Travis, are you listening? Make sure you close the YouTube tab, okay? And then give me a thumbs up, Travis, that you're ready to stream. I know you're not very good at YouTube, so I got to teach you, buddy.
Wow. I mean, you're not
There's
wrong.
A heavy amount of sarcasm, right?
All the carrying that
Actually, to be fair, Travis did freeze, so I'm not bringing him on.
Oh, seriously? Oh,
he did freeze.
I thought you were joking.
No, after I said that, he froze, probably because he's like, I'm out of here. I can't take Justin. All right. Hey, what's up, Jeff? How's it going?
What up?
It's all good. Everyone hurry up. We get to see, what is this verification number. Can anyone hack into B's account right now?
No, too
3824. Oh, man.
Oh, I get to create a nickname. Should it be all ass? Like, what should my nickname be? Can I use, I wonder if I could use my old, Kong's R Us thing. So
It might say it's taken. I was actually going to ask you about that to see if you can do that, to see if it's binded to the email or not. I was just going to ask you about that.
They got to fix that too, right? There's a laundry list of things they got to fix, right? It needs to make it where, like, my Big Blue and my Yoga Flame, I have 2 nicknames. There's no like
same.
Like, wouldn't it be cool if you could just go from one cab to the other and it's like the same score? But I don't know.
And it sucks because everybody who's put those years into playing, they're going to lose that progression. Yes, you know what I'm saying? The competitors are going to want to go and do it, you know, GVOs and, you know, Easy Markets who are in the chat right now, you know, Bobby Pico, whatever. Like, those cats are going to want to go and do it. But from a fresh perspective, some people don't want to do all that work again.
So it does
that's
already taken. So.
Already taken, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Every cab's unique. They have no profile support, nothing. So the guesses we have are password is 1234, which is crazy. That's like the same password I use on my luggage. Password Blumpkin, it's Kongs R Us, Footcam, Optimus Prime 69. This one, it's none of your beeswax.
That's a good one. That's
none of your beeswax.
I like it. All right.
All right. So what's up, Travis?
What is going on, everybody?
Travis MCP, what's going on? Good to see you, Jeff. Nice to meet you, man. And so, if you have your cab and you're ready, I don't know if you can prop up your phone next to your cab, but what I'd like to see, is that possible? Do you have something that you can prop your phone up to like look at your cabinet screen?
I can. Just have to reverse.
Yeah, you can go into the settings and turn it around, and then once you get set up there, that would be good. All right, so now I'm here, and it does still say our online lobbies will open soon. Let me see if I can adjust.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're kind of it's kind of screen's really kind of saturated.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say that.
Let me adjust this and see if I can get this closer so we can actually see what's going on here. All right.
And we just lost him. Greetings and salutations, Travis. For those who don't know who you are, I'm pretty sure everybody knows who you are, dude. But
no one cares. No one cares.
You should introduce. You came on my channel, and literally 50 people are like, "I have no clue who this person is."
Exactly.
It's that
no
YouTube
one cares.
bubble. No, I'm not trying to say it as a mean thing. It's like it's the YouTube bubble, right?
That's fine. No one cares, and that's not important. I have important things to say. I have important things to say. But
okay,
it doesn't
spotlight.
Doesn't matter who I am. Look, I put this thing together the other day, and I had something happen that I've never had on any of my other Arcade1Up. So my Blitz, my MK30th, and my KI all have a 2.1 system in them. I Y split off so that the main speakers have audio, and then the speakers that I put inside the cabinet have speakers. And I'll tell you right now, if you do this with your Blitz, it's a completely different game. Like, it sounds amazing. The sub and everything is amazing. I did this with MvC2. I'm going to tell you exactly what I did and what happened. No one's going to believe me because it doesn't make any sense. And I will admit it doesn't make sense. Could it be my cabinet? Yes. But this is exactly what happened. I did use the same exact split I always use. I put one into the speaker and one into my 2.1. Everything made sound except for the left speaker in the built-in speakers. I took the splitter off. I then put the 2.1 in directly into the MvC. It sounded right except for the left speaker. I went directly from the speakers to the MvC2. Both speakers work fine. None of that makes sense, but it's literally what happened.
I think I know what it is.
Tell me.
Okay, so they did this with Outrun. It's all of a sudden they use, you know, the wire. You know, what is it called? It's like a
PRSST or whatever.
Yes. There's like 3 R's or 2 R's. I think that some manufacturers, and I think different manufacturers are building different cabinets. They use a different standard for left, right, and microphone.
I will now go look for a splitter that will fix that for me. Thank you, Justin Console Kits. You are a savior and a gentleman.
You don't have one. You don't have one of those little cheap ones that come with like a headset.
All the ones that I have, you work in every other cabinet. It doesn't work in this one.
That's weird.
And I'm using the same exact one. And I had two different. Different ones.
Let me ask you this, Travis. From the stock speakers on MvC2 versus Blitz, did you feel the quality was the same? Because I mean,
I will say these are the best speakers of any Arcade1Up cabinet I've ever heard. They're the loudest.
Yeah,
they sound the best, and you don't even need to add 2.1 to this. To be perfectly honest, you don't need. It is incredibly loud, and they sound great.
Let me go to all the way to 15 just for folks to like see this for the. This is on 5 right now. I'm gonna put this close by and blast this.
I can go above 4.
I can barely even talk. You can barely hear it.
Travis, I wonder if something else is going on with this cabinet. Like the speakers are amped, and maybe that's why you're having the issue because there's power on that line as well.
They're
I don't know.
so powerful. Remember MK? Remember the very first MK2 that came out, and it was stupid loud.
Yeah,
it's like that, except for remember, like when you turned it all the way up, it was really loud. That's at like level 4 or 5 on this cabinet. It's ridiculous. It's super loud.
But see, remember that was one of the things that people complained about. They wanted more volume, more bass and stuff. So
well, they put it in this one.
Does it get heavy distorted when you go louder?
I mean, I haven't. Yeah, go all the way up. I haven't even gone all the way up.
Yeah, I don't think it really got distorted. It does.
No, it sounds clear.
It's pretty clear. Has some deep range to it. Like I would never comfortably play it at that loudness. Like even at 5, it already feels it's like too loud for me. I'd be playing this at 1s or 2s just for comfort level. Those speakers are good so far. Is that yours, Travis?
It has that sound to it, like where it sounds like it's more optimized for headphones.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, where if you plug it in with a headphone and you'll get like those deep lows and whatnot, but when you play it through the speakers, they're there, but it's not as like pronounced. I guess it's an audiophile. I guess that's the kind of crap I look for. But yeah, like they sound really good. Like
now,
really
is that different than the Vegas cabinet?
I think the sound was still very similar to the Vegas one. I think it was very like, if maybe it's just recency memory, but like I feel like this sounds better. Like we didn't update it when we're in Vegas, so maybe even the update optimized it. But like it's blasting when I first turned it on at level 5. Like speaker quality has been, to Travis's point, the best I've seen out of any of the implementations, because this song I mean, people might get tired of hearing this, but it's just awesome that they're playing this song on the menu setup.
It's such a short loop. I couldn't stand it after a while. It's like if it was a little bit longer of a music loop, it's one thing.
I did want to just like look at the marquee now that it's lit up. Again, the quality of it looks clean, but I could see this is where I got to look back at my preview video because you don't think you can see it on camera. Can you see the lines? Can you kind of see faint lines at all? Do you see that?
No. Like we see the band that comes around the corner around the 3 pillars.
Yeah.
That's able to come across in the stream.
Like, see, there's like these faint little lines that are here because on the backside, it wasn't like a solid white. You can see like these little bands. I don't know if you can see it on camera.
I've never noticed that.
If you wanna,
stop it. Justin, you're going to get people.
I'm not seeing the lines you're talking about.
Justin, if you want to pull that video in real fast, we can look at it real fast. Like I just pulled up some random B-roll that I had from Vegas.
You don't see the line? Look right here. You don't see like that faint line? It may be the quality of it.
I don't think it's coming across in the stream.
Yeah. I have to look at mine.
Mike is telling me to play this video.
I gotta take a picture.
There it is. Yeah. So I don't know. I think in a little bit in the thing I can hold on. Let me see if I can skip forward a little bit. What?
I'm rewinding it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's you doing that. That's you doing that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Vegas, right? This is the Vegas.
This is the Vegas one. This is the Vegas one.
Yeah, I can't tell, but I gotta look in the Vegas one and see if the back of the marquee had like. And Travis, when on the back of your marquee, was it solid white when you opened it up, or did it have kind of like almost like these lines on it? You remember?
I don't remember seeing lines. It looked kind of normal to me. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like my only complaint that might be different. It's like the biggest difference I can visually tell from my cabinet is that I can, like, looking at it, I can see the lines.
Let me look. I'll turn mine on.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But even still, it's been better.
Hey Travis, where do you put your speakers? There's a few people asking that. You get these 2.1.
I put them inside the cabinet. So the reason why I use a Y connector is because when you put speakers inside of the cabinet, it's slightly muffled. So I want the clarity of the kind of treble and everything to come through the main speakers, and then the bass and everything else can come throughout the system, and you can still get the same thing. That's why I have the Y speaker, the Y.
So
I'm using my face cam camera now.
Yeah.
So wait, what are you talking? I'm looking at this thing. What are you talking about? White things? What are you talking about?
Like
I can kind of see it.
You see
it looks like printer lines, right?
Yeah.
Let me go look.
Yeah, I can see that now.
It's really hard to see on the camera.
But that's a uber nitpick. Like that's a really big nitpick.
So I don't see it on mine. You gotta throw yours away.
Take a picture.
It's more on the left side.
Take a picture with your phone, Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like the only thing I can complain about right now because I was worried when I saw the back of the marquee that it wasn't solid white. Remember when we opened up the NFL Blitz and it was solid white? This
Yeah.
was white, but it looked like there was printer lines or something
Banding.
on it.
I don't
And
see
banding,
that.
and I could see
Yeah.
that on the white.
Travis, you're not going to see it unless you take your marquee off.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way you're going to see it.
Wait,
Yeah, you're
I'm not
gonna
gonna. You're not going to see it from the front, like he's just looking at it.
Right.
No.
The only
Well,
reason
I mean,
only reason B knows about it is because when he was taking it out of the package, you can kind of see it from the
Yeah.
outside. Like, it
And I
wasn't
can see
fully.
the
It wasn't
banding
fully
on it
filled.
now from the front side. So
But that's my point. He says he can see it on the front.
you can't see it at all. Yeah. Okay.
No.
All right. So
Yeah.
I
It might just be you.
have a
Tell me-
sucky marquee. What can I say?
Tell me you need a new marquee. Tell me
All
you
right,
need a new
there's.
I might.
I-
I'm gonna
I-
submit a ticket. I'm gonna see if
Throw
I
it-
can get
throw
a
it in
new
the
marquee.
trash.
There you go. Get it. Yeah,
I'm gonna
try
submit a
it.
ticket because I don't think that's right.
Is the Marquee that big of a deal, though? I mean, when they're still working on gameplay?
It's parts, right? And so
Yeah, and it's going to be a different person that's managing the marquee versus like the developer doing the online.
And here's the
I'm
thing
just
that
trying
I'm
to catch
thinking about
bodies. I don't
is
know.
if at least that people are aware
I
it's
don't
something
see
to
what
look
you're
at.
talking about.
I'm worried that more people have this issue, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you had this issue. If other people did, it's something to look out for. It's just the banding and the quality of the marquee that's different from cab to cab. Might be already something that people need to look out for. If you,
Here, I'll take a picture. I'm gonna DM you a picture and then tell me
All right.
what you think.
All right, Jeff, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, turn
Yeah.
your camera around. I want to see your cab, and then see if we can get side
Oh,
by
we do.
side.
Oh,
sorry.
we doing commentary.
I dropped
baby?
out. Like
Oh,
I'm
you
working
doing
on the
commentary?
phone here.
Oh.
I am not a YouTuber, so
Yeah. Okay.
All right, B, I'm
so
Your
DM
marquee
you.
looks amazing.
Yeah, that one looks
yeah.
good.
All right.
it looks good.
Yeah, B, it might just be yours.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna DM B a picture of mine close up and see if it looks like his.
I'm gonna ask anybody that that takes it is
But
building it
anyway, listen.
back of the marquee.
There's
Okay.
So
Now I got to. We also need to get B to count how many rings are on the male connector on the speaker, so I can
Yeah.
get the right adapter on Amazon.
That I
Mhm.
can do. All right,
Sweet, you're the man. All right, so I'm,
Right.
I'm sending you 2 pictures when you get a chance.
Jeff, I'm opening up a room right now. The code is 11111.
I see you. I see
Okay.
you.
So I need you to jump in, but I need you to prop up your phone so we're not looking at you. We're looking
Yeah,
at
well, I will.
Okay. It-
He's
while
like,
we're
he's
not-
like, he's like,
Well,
he's
I
like,
will.
listen, stop. He's like, stop this YouTuber bull and let's fight. I'm with it.
Hold on, hold on.
I'm
All right.
taking over the show for a second while you guys work this out. There's so many threads going on. I want to
Mm.
balance this out. Those in the
All right.
chat. Here's what's going on. We have a cabinet, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Travis came into the chat, says basically there
they're
are
synced.
ways to make the Arcade1Up cabinet even better. He uses a Y splitter on the audio cable, splits it out to a 2.1. He says, what? Go on Amazon, get a speaker for $20, like even a $20 or $30 speaker set, and put those speakers in your cabinet, just in the cabinet, and that supplies the bass and it makes the audio sound better. But on Kong's cabinet, what they're talking about, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, the audio system on that is actually so good on its own, you probably don't need to do that mod. But that's
Right.
an awesome mod that Travis came up with. It's $20. I think other people have talked about it too, but you're really
Yeah.
promoting it, right?
Yeah, no, it's great.
And then we were talking about the
Can you-
cable, but that's a different topic, right?
Yeah. So right now we're looking at their screens and they're both synced up. Like I'm watching like B screen.
All right,
and
so the main thing will be to see if our stages are different. So
Can you
Go
see? Is that
Yeah.
a horrible angle?
no, you're
let's,
fine.
that'll
let's
work.
do like
That'll
this,
work. I just
and
set
then
the phone
put
down.
his right next to mine.
That
Like
looks
that.
good.
Okay,
Okay.
you got it.
So then,
I would
Does that
switch. I would move the one from the bottom to the upper left.
okay.
That-
Yeah, because
Okay.
that way people can still see both. And then, yeah, that's fine.
All right. So we're looking as synced as possible as we can. And
Daniel, Turbo. I
let's see
did
it.
not mean to pick Spider-Man, but we're in with Wave.
Are we on the same stage at least? I think
Uh,
we are.
Yeah,
Hold on, back
yeah,
up,
you guys are
back
good.
up. All right.
Yeah, you guys are good. You guys are good. You look synced up to me. B Calm playing Spider-Man, and I can't see who the second one is because it's all blurry. And Jeff playing, we don't know who it is because the other one's still kind of blurry. The lights coming in, and we're gonna try to call some matches. We're gonna look at Jeff Walsh's screen because Jeff Walsh's screen comes through a lot better. Match Ultimate Web Pro.
on me already.
Yeah, he said he ain't here for the games. He here to get busy. He didn't come here for your freaking comparisons. He said he wants to catch B Kong's body on stream, live and in color right now. B gets thrown to the corner, wet ball. Oh, I can't do this. The screen's too small.
Ah!
Here, Let me try something. We'll.
No, it's all good. The good thing is it's synced up, and to me that's what matters. Up, you know what I mean? Because I know that was one of the concerns about cabinet to cabinet. So, chat, you guys are seeing all this, including Beacon Sexy back. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, TRS or TRRS. I wonder.
So Travis, you use a splitter, right? But did you try like the cheap like $20 like freaking Spreckle or Logitech speakers and just throw them in there?
I tried everything. So I think Justin's right. So what I have is a TRS splitter. So it's possible that it's TRRS. So when Kong is done fighting, we're gonna have him count the rings on the thing, and that'll tell us.
Now, here's the question, Travis.
Yeah.
The $1 million question. Why
Jeff.
would one of the cabinets have the extra ring and the other one not?
That's a great question. What if his has different rings than mine? That's even worse.
It because they're preparing the cabinet to support a microphone?
You are a genius.
I was busy
What other games
playing
have-
with desync.
All right, GG's, Jeff. So yeah, just let's talk about the matchup that we did. So we were pretty good. My experience playing it, I don't know if we were on just normal and not turbo. It felt slow, just like because I played this game a lot. So can we play one more, Jeff, to see?
Yeah, I was gonna say do one more because that's an interesting question that just got asked in the chat and was asking, can I spectate the battle on Marvel vs. Capcom?
Yeah,
Let's
you should
find
be
out.
able to spectate.
Oh yeah, then he can pull it up.
Yeah. I'm gonna find out right now if we can spectate it.
Yeah, so you can
I don't
spectate
see why
it
we
and you
wouldn't be
can
able to,
watch
but-
it and then see what it looks like on your end too, Mike.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I am loading into the lobby.
You should be able to.
Well, yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't, but that's the question that we got in the chat. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
So if I hit start again,
Yep.
you saw.
Start again.
Okay.
Is this MvC or is this one of the others?
This
That's
is
MvC.
Marvel vs. Capcom 1.
This is MvC.
Yeah.
All right, and
Yeah, this should work right because when Sheila and I did, we did multiple games with MvC2 versus MvC2 and it worked fine.
Yeah. The only other thing that I noticed too, and it may be just because it's been a long time since I played with stock buttons, but
Yeah.
it feel a little bit input lag wise, and maybe it's because I had the input lag fixed on my other one. It felt a little bit funky. So maybe
Okay.
stand in front of this one. All right, I'm gonna stand in front of this one.
well, there's always a little bit of delay from when you're watching the spectator. Yeah, let's check real quick.
I mean, it looks good on this screen.
Yeah, now I'm curious. I'm just gonna open up the utility and see if it shows up. Switch.
There it is. Okay, there.
You guys, so far it seems pretty lined up, right? We're looking at the top two screens in the corner, left corner.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks,
so let's
Dave.
try it
Looking
this way.
Oh, nice. Caught me.
Now, B, was this the game that was desyncing with you and Jade?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're cross playing between a Marvel vs. Capcom 1 cabinet and this one, that's where we desync. So if you have the one, let's do it, and we can show people.
Yeah, that's my theory. I have this theory that what's going on is so Gemini is the back end for the online play, and we've learned from Code Mystics that they build like an SDK for the client integration. And my guess is when they were building the Marvel vs. Capcom 2, they used the latest SDK to integrate the netcode. But the older cabinets, my theory is the older cabinets haven't upgraded to the same SDK. So there's some slight difference between the two integrations. And so when you cross-play to two different SDKs, it's not perfect.
Justin, if you wanted to do me a favor and if you want to pull that screen in just real fast, just so we can show. Don't mind my OBS, but they're fighting right now, so I just want to show this thing up while they're actually having it, so you guys can see that like it's showing all in the same thing. Again, this is
No, that's not me.
Oh yeah, that's just a computer right now, but you can lobby watch our match from your MvC.
Right.
I have had an issue with trying to throw manual combos.
Mhm.
So when I do the roll forward and
Mhm.
double punch, it doesn't always register on the cab.
Yeah.
So I'm running a Cat 8 Ethernet cable, but I'm running about maybe 30 feet. It doesn't always register.
So
So I don't know whether it starts to bog down or
You've been playing a lot. I see you're already level 3, so cool. I had to get a new win-loss record. I would say potentially one thing you might want to check is the stock buttons are also really crap too. Like I was missing. It felt like I was missing an input by pressing low kick, and that's just maybe the not pressing it hard enough or consistently enough. So a button upgrade, I think, could definitely help with that.
I swapped mine out.
Practicing inputs and whatnot. But yeah, I'd love to just showcase MvC2 for folks, just because I know it's not online, but this is an MvC2 build. Let's just do a little bit of that. Jeff, Travis, what did you guys think of playing MvC2 just offline right now? Like, how did you guys like that cab or that game? How did you feel it ran?
Oh, it runs perfectly offline. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see how it runs online. Just like this, it's got some quirks. Once both of them run perfectly or close to perfectly, I'm excited to get into tournaments and be online.
All right, is this the side right here? Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand here and then play MvC a little bit from this one. Right.
Somebody's volume. I can hear the Berserker Barrage.
Travis, how about you? What was your experience playing MvC2?
I mean, I'm a newbie at it, so I kind of go with what She-Line said. You know, she's talked about how good it works. It's fine to me. Like, I haven't seen any slowdown or anything, but I don't really have, a lot of experience with it, so I don't want to say, oh yeah, it's perfect. I have no idea if it's perfect. It plays like I would expect it to.
This is what I'm concerned about. This is what I really want to see, because the build we played in Vegas wasn't the updated version. But like, there were videos that came out where some people were like, oh, well, this freeze happened when the Sentinel Sys came out and this whatever else, right? So I'm curious about that kind of stuff. Yeah. Like, well, I mean, they do like team supers for like level 3s and whatnot.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So Keo Daikin was on a stream asking She-Line to do that, and she put videos out, and there was no slowdown.
Yeah, so, and that's what I'm. Yeah, that's what. Well, yeah. Keo Daikin's a troll.
Yeah, he brought up like the worst scenario, and she did it, and it was fine.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But I mean, he wants to get to the bottom of it, and you understand that. Nothing wrong
yeah,
with
of course.
You know what I mean?
No, it's a good thing to find out.
Yeah, no doubt. Because if he's gonna lose the Call of the Rust first to 10, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like yo, definitely. I'm just kidding, Keo, man. I'm just messing with you. I'm still salty about the Stretcher's Revenge. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it looks good. Maximum Spider. See, there's a level 3 right there from the other side. So B, do you feel any latency, any like you feel like you need to double input or whatever? Oh wait a minute, we can't talk to B.
He's in the zone.
Yeah, chat. He's trying to make sure that he shows some high level gameplay for you guys.
Earlier, he made the comment about, he felt some perceived lag compared to his other cabinets that had the input delay mod.
Oh, but he DHC'd and he didn't need to. He with lots of foot dives, no photon rays.
$5 super chat from Art Sucks. He says, Justin mentioned Outrun. Is there a fix for Outrunners being one-channel audio? All other games on cab are stereo. Made ticket, no luck on fix from Arcade1Up. I don't know the fix. My comment about Outrun was related to the hardware. I remember Ralph had that unit, and he did that mod where he just added like a base, and he called me and was like, "This is weird. I put a splitter on it and it's not working." And that's what we talked about. We're like, "Oh, what if it's an extra ring?" And so there's something going on there.
What's the other game that allows you to do mics?
What Street Fighter, NBA Jam?
NBA Jam.
NBA Jam does.
Yeah, Street Fighter has the ability, but it's not live yet. Still Arcade1Up. Still.
I mean, I think that's why they're adding the headphone jack to a lot of the cabinets. And I remember looking at it, and I think it is 4 cables.
Yeah, after Colin gets a couple of these in, I want him to take a look real quick. So that'll tell us a lot. Actually, it would be interesting to uncover that. Like no one else has even assumed that there would be voice, but that would be interesting.
Let's see. I missed Stringer Film Super Chat. Let me just
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
I didn't see it, but I can guess it. It's
About being
it's
waterproof.
it's waterproof or see, I told you it was waterproof.
There you go.
Let's see if I can find it. And it's $2 for sure. Oh, there it is. Well, is it waterproof?
Look at that. Look at that.
He hasn't got his question answered yet. So, Kong, what do you think? Is it waterproof?
Is it waterproof? I can go get a beverage and check.
No, you won't. Do what you want. Do what you want. This is the third time I've seen this question. Will Moat play Jay Wong on MvC2 when the online is out? I'll lose to Jay Wong 5-0. That's completely fine. I'm not the World Warrior. B's the World Warrior. He's the one with the W against Justin Wong. That is him.
There's another super chat, and I think it's for you, Justin.
No, he read that one already.
I
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh.
we got that one already.
Geez, where was I?
I don't know. I was talking about Ralph and Outrun and
I
Hardware
literally didn't hear
Wires.
that. How is that
Yeah.
possible?
You were zoned into the game.
Wow.
See, look, you got sucked in. So, Travis, let me ask you, man, as someone who has never really played this game, how have you been enjoying this game so far?
I like Marvel versus Street Fighter better so far, but it could be because it's so weird to get used to 4 attack buttons and then 2 assist buttons. When you watch someone play it, it looks like lots of fun, and it looks like you could really, it's deep and seems really cool. But in practice, so far, again, it's only been a couple days. It feels difficult to get used to, but we'll see. I'm gonna put a lot of time in because this is the whole reason I got it. But I really
you're
like
right. The 4-button game system is very different for folks that are kind of new to the Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Even though it's 6 buttons, the 2 fierce buttons actually call out your assist buttons. So when you're trying to do moves, these are not your typical
right.
fierce punch.
But technically, you have access to like mediums. You know what I mean? Like so,
Which is also weird, by the way.
So it'd be like if you want to do medium, you hold down the low button, or you can tap low twice, the right button twice. You know what I'm saying? Like you have access to it. It's
weird.
It's weird, yeah. But you have to think back when they made this game, the arcade scene was pretty much 6-button games. Nobody was really trying to put 8 buttons on an arcade panel. So
yeah, I'm not hating on it because there's a lot of upside to it. There's a lot of really cool mechanics to this game. So I do want to give it a lot more time before
I saw that freeze.
I was able to DHC a couple times.
I saw that freeze in the DHC though when you tagged out to Morgan.
Did it look like it slowed down a little bit?
Oh no, it definitely slowed down for about a good second and a half. Spidey came in, you called the DHC, Morgan appeared on screen, and then she waited for like a second and a half before she started doing solo.
DHC is a delayed hyper combo. So when you have a bar, you can like super and then cancel it into your next person's super. So it's called DHC. And that's when like lots of things are happening on the screen. So that could definitely be an issue for optimization. So,
but that shouldn't be.
Did you see
that?
that?
Shouldn't have been anyone. Yeah. Oh no, I saw it.
Let me
not
do it again
you.
right now. I'm gonna get 3 meters and I'm gonna delay hyper combo like 3 times and then watch it when I get to that point.
Because we've seen this before where the person who's in front of it doesn't see what we see because we're seeing like lag and all this other stuff.
No, but everything else has been smooth. Everything else he's been doing has been absolutely smooth. Like his gameplay has been
right there. I'm doing instant replay live.
Go for it a little bit. Go for it a little bit.
Okay.
Because it's during the next match. It's not during this one, so you need to go back a little bit. Go for it on it.
So on my win-lose ratio, when I played BCom.
Okay, so go back a little bit, Justin. You just went past
right there.
All right, so go back a little bit more. Go back a little bit more. Go back a little more. All right, so now play it. Now let it rock. Okay. So what you're gonna see is B's gonna knock him down. Psylocke's going to come in. He's going to get an OTG or off the ground into crawler assault. Now watch. You see how long the stutter is? You see that stutter between
kind of pause, you mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about.
One more
DHC.
time.
Yeah.
Right here.
So just go back just like a little bit more. So as soon as you see Spider-Man's arm go up, and you'll see the Morgan come in. So right here, see how long that's taking to come out? You see how long it took for it to materialize before the Solar Racer came out? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's
Okay.
That's a little.
So do the same thing, Kong. And pay attention.
Yeah.
He probably did, and we were watching. We were watching that.
All
See,
right,
now
yeah,
Dooms came out
yeah.
instantly, so I don't know if it's just a Morgan thing, or again, it might just be optimization.
Yeah.
I forget what's the date on the firmware. That's the other thing, because we don't know like how far along they actually are versus the firmware we have access to.
And that's why I was asking, like, was there 2 updates? Because when Yoga Flame came out, there were 2 updates back to back, and I was imagining there was going to be 2 updates for this. Just even if the online wasn't implemented, like it would be right away.
It's just the one. I can. I forget what it was.
I mean, it was like the Doom one's fine. Like the Morgan thing always did have a slow startup as well, so that could just be normal. But again, we're literally nitpicking stuff. But B's playing and he didn't notice it, so again, it could just be video, whatever else, right?
Yeah. Anyone in the chat have any questions that the panel here can answer, or we can ask B-Kong? We got 2 people with Marvel vs. Capcom 2 that are playing against each other. Travis, you have a unit as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool. So if
Right
anyone
behind
has
me.
any questions, we can try to get those answered.
Yeah. That's what I say. Everything's coming out normal. It's just that was just a weird instance. But again, that could have been the video. B said he didn't notice it, so it could have just been slowed down from the video.
Also, so for me, I'd heard so much about how the joysticks were like these great things. To me, it feels exactly like the MK30, which is not a bad thing, by the way. But I was expecting it to feel different than that, and it feels exactly the same. So good, bad, or indifferent.
Now, does your MK feel the same as the previous joysticks?
No, not really. It's very close to KI, but it's not the same. But KI and this feel exactly the same to me.
I see.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Bobby, dude. It looks like it might have just been the video, like slowing down and catching up. So
Yeah, so correct, still no online for MvC2. Offline experience is playing pretty fun right now, except I hate the buttons, and I'm definitely going to be changing that out. Like
I changed mine out right as I put it together, man. I didn't even mess around.
Yeah, it's just it's hard to do combos and feel it out, but just the fact that you can play it, on a dedicated cabinet it's definitely like a dream cab come true. And I like the form factor, just looking at it and having it next to the standard Marvel vs. Capcom 1. Yes, the cookie cutter arcade shape that you could see is midway, but having it in person again, I'm not going to be able to see the side panels that people are saying are going to look ugly on the sides. So I don't know. I think one of the things I was originally going to do was change this out to be blue, and then maybe have like this to be blue too. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it. I do like the black though. I like the black. Like, glad they didn't put anything else on it. It's gonna look nice having a black trim cabinet on a cabinet for sure.
Okay, count them rings, man. See if there's
three.
the
rings. All right, the audio rings. Let's do it.
Yeah. If there's 2, that's normal. If there's 3, that would explain why it didn't work.
Not CT Jason, Mr. Home Arcade said, question, can you set it up so all the characters aren't unlocked in MvC2 from the start? Yeah, I wish.
Can you set it up so all the characters aren't unlocked in MvC from the start? In your ass.
How many is that?
That's 3 rings.
Oh, it's 3. There's your answer. That's why it didn't work. All right, well, I'm gonna find the right one then. Nicely done. Nicely thought out, Justin. I would have never figured that out. You're a smart guy.
Yeah, I try.
Dumb question, but what's the live button for and how does it work?
Yeah, so the live button is pretty much just to access the Wi-Fi settings. You don't actually necessarily have to press it to join anything online. And it also acts as your leave button. You can exit to games by pressing it as well. So it has
most importantly, it's pause.
Is it?
Yes.
Pause in offline play. In offline play, it's pause.
Of course, you can't pause online.
Listen. You have to clarify. Listen, you have to clarify when you're answering those questions.
That's true. That's true.
You have to clarify that when you're answering these kind of questions.
Yeah, because when you press it, it says, do you want to leave? I did that on the player 2 side. Look how close the live button is to the player 2 side buttons.
Yeah,
so that was mashing. I hit the live button mid-match playing against
that
somebody.
Happened in Vegas.
I had to forfeit that match. So you got
they were playing tournament rules. I'm like, bro, y'all just messing around.
I would have liked to have seen this a little bit higher and away from the buttons, because you get pretty crazy when you're button mashing this thing. This thing, you can go pretty crazy with this thing if you wanted to.
Yeah, wasn't that I think that was Kenny, right? Or was it
yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Right. Did you notice any audio lag for character dialogues during the supers?
Not that I could tell. I mean, I'm gonna have to play a little bit more. I wasn't looking out for it, but I definitely will look out for it. So I plan to, really test out more of the cab now that I have it and I have it like in depth. But I probably will do more once MvC2 online happens. That's the big thing that we'll want to see. But yeah, now I'm sad I can't take my MvC1 record, so I'm kind of curious what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that's a bummer. That's literally a bummer for everybody else. You know what sucks though? Now Welcome to Die can't go in there. He's gonna go in there and farm on everybody else and get his records up on MvC1 again. Yo, B, you know what you should do though? You should show the settings for like, what I'm saying, for each title so that people can get a good idea. I know there's probably stuff that you showed in your thing, but so for people can finally see the settings.
Oh look, there is bass boost on.
See, Genius Mike.
Yeah.
There you go.
What?
See?
I don't know. I don't think I remember seeing that before.
It wasn't there before.
Bass boost on, difficulty, damage level, timer speed, game speed, scan lines.
Scan lines look amazing, and I don't like scan lines, but they look great.
Yeah, someone asked about the scan lines, so that's good.
You should turn them on. Turn them on and look at them.
Okay, I'll do that scan lines right now for MvC, but a bass boost is not in the other games.
So
and
they made it.
So Capcom 1 has scanline options, and the original MvC1 cab does not have the scanline options at all.
Right.
So I wonder if that impacts.
Which is interesting.
Has Arcade1Up come out with any updates or ETAs for the online for Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
That's what we would like to ask for.
Nothing official.
The joke is that this cabinet got announced and they started shipping it out, and they said that John D went into hiding, and that he's like in Area 51 or something.
Well, so I heard that John kept on opening his mouth, saying things that the developers are like, "You have no clue what you're talking about. Why are you telling the community anything? You have no clue what our challenges are. You're talking about hardware, which is completely untrue. They're just on a development cycle and they haven't finished the integration yet. Please shut your mouth." And so he did. And so all of his promises of like coming out with an update were revoked because he has no clue what he's talking about.
They added bass boost to all the Big Blue games too. Let me check that. I want to see. Hold on.
They really?
I don't know. That's what Christopher Boyce said.
I haven't played it without because I always want bass boost, but I wonder if it sounds.
I didn't know. That would also explain why the audio, when I was putting it out Sunday, the audio sounded a little bit more powerful than it usually does. And I was just kind of like, I had to actually turn the cab down. I was like, that's let's find.
Scanline implementation is really nice. I like it. It's very subtle.
It looks nice, right?
Yeah, like the CRT filter they use. Like the Big Blue one looks terrible because like you can see the black lines on it.
Yeah.
But this looks really nice. I know it's hard to tell on camera.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on camera.
It looks good.
Is the deck lit?
There are no lit decks.
There's no lit deck. No lit deck.
Right. People complain about that, so there's not anymore. There is bass boost on Big Blue. Oh, okay.
There is?
Yeah, there's bass boost, but it's defaulted to off. So you can increase the bass if you want to hit it up. Yeah. Cool.
How is Michael Suna, a member of your channel, he asks, how is the control panel height?
The control panel height is exactly the same as the MK30th. So and let me actually move it back into place where it's gonna be, and you can see it next to the original one, next to Big Blue, and then next to MK30th. So let's shimmy this over, and you can see where it's going to end up in my arcade in just a second. But I like where it is so far. I gotta move this out of the way. I gotta install the back panel later on.
I just ordered my new splitter, my new 3.5 millimeter splitter.
Did you drop that in the chat?
Hell no, I want to be the only one. No.
Oh well then can I get it in
kidding.
Well then can I get it in the DM? Yo, F chat.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and make sure it's my affiliate link so I get some of these 30 cents every time someone orders one.
Right.
Let me get my 30 cents.
Huh.
There it is. That's the stock one. I mean, I do have a custom deck, but that's the same stock height. Sorry, my mic is probably really far away.
No, you're good.
So yeah, that's the deck height. I mean, look how low Big Blue is comparatively, right?
But Big Blue's
So
normal.
low.
But that's normal height though.
No, it's not. It's
no,
slanted so low.
Right, 36 inches slanted off the ground is normal height for a regular arcade.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I laugh when everybody's like, the deck's too low, and I'm like, yo, when's the last time you went to an arcade?
Well, because compared to like this or to this.
Yeah.
One, I mean,
I get it. People got spoiled. They got their arms all the way up here, but that's normal. 36 from the ground. That's normal for fighting games.
Oh, that reminds me. Somebody wanted to know the length from this to this. Right?
There you go.
Let me go get that.
I think we learned the quality of the monitor is very good, right? So far, everyone's confirmed that MvC2 ships with a BOE monitor, so it's going to be the higher quality monitor, not the MK monitor.
I just messaged it, but I don't know if it went through.
Message me, or are you talking about the private?
No, I
chat?
put it in chat, but I don't see it coming up through chat. Did it
Yeah,
go through?
it's not. No, it's not there. It's not there.
It's probably
so
because
the bottom
you're
of
not
the control panel is 34 inches. I couldn't remember the question. If it meant to be bottom or top.
I think he said the bottom, right?
Yeah, bottom was 34 inches. To the top is 38 inches up here.
Yeah.
So.
DM me.
I just put it in the private chat.
Oh, okay, private chat.
Yep.
All right. We
Yeah,
are
go
just
ahead.
about over our 2-hour mark. I appreciate everybody that jumped on
Oh, that's
to
cheap.
help
Let me
out
pull
with
in
the
my cart
stream.
real fast. Yeah, there
We
we go.
discovered some fun things. We checked the desync issue with the MvC2 did not exist to cap. I think Jade and Travis MCP tested that the other day too. So that's great. We still know that there's desync issues. Any final thoughts on what you'd like to see from the cabinet from once the online play comes out? Like, do we want to see an update? Like, what do you guys think about where they're at with online?
Who wants to go first?
I mean, we're just speculating at this point, right?
Oh,
I'm
bottom of the CP to the base.
Not the
you
riser.
just want this kick panel area?
Yeah, the kick panel area. So off the riser. So he wants so basically the length without the riser, essentially.
Changing out the buttons is super easy. I'm not any kind of expert. It's dumb easy, but I'm sure
Yeah.
there's videos out there. Didn't Welcome to Die have a video about that?
Welcome to Die does have a video
Good
out. Yeah.
Lord. Don't
Yeah.
go to his channel. Find someone else that did a video about it.
So
And watch
let's
theirs
see.
22
instead.
inches. 22 inches.
Yeah, 22 inches. There you go. So questions. So what do I want to see from it once the online comes out? I want to see a lobby system for Marvel's Capcom 2. That's a must. I'd love for there to be a queue. Honestly, like where, you know what I'm saying, instead of people just watching, I'd love for there to be a mode where everybody can wait their turn, like they're actually in an arcade and they actually got their quarter or their token up for next or whatever. I'd love to see that.
Mm-hmm.
I would love the ability. I would love these are selfish things that I want. You know what I mean? I would love for you to be able to to have a private section to where you could host gatherings and tournaments, et cetera, et cetera. But again, these are selfish things that I want. I just want it to work. I want the online to work and for people to have a seamless experience, and we can worry about the rest of the crap afterwards. That's all I want.
Do you happen to have the ability to try?
That's a great question because we do know that it's TRRS. I mean,
but you could plug in a headset real quick. Yeah.
Wait, doesn't
and then like test out with the mic and try to play Travis or something? Like,
well, you can turn the mic on, and I'm sure it'll come through on the.
Well, the other thing is, it might only be for MvC2. It might not be for any of the other ones.
Yeah, I don't even know how NBA Jam works when you hook up a mic. Like,
that's a good point. Yeah,
you're actually talking to somebody. Like
yeah.
right now,
I think it just goes through. Right,
it's just for you to hear. But I don't think they've enabled anything with the mic settings on any of the cabs that have that jack. It's only been enabled so far in NBA Jam, which requires you to use a separate adapter.
Hey, Drew Grant, just real fast. Lobbies are confirmed that it shows them in the user manual. It also shows live on the box in, here we are. So that's not,
the things that the B never reads.
Yeah, that's not to sound snarky. That's just me being honest, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just me being honest. But legit, as far as like the online goes, as long as you know what I want to see? I want to be able to see if somebody's hardwired or if they're playing on wireless when you're having a match against them. Like, like when you queue up or whatever else above the thing. Like, I want to be able to see if they're hardwired or they're wireless. Because if they're wireless and you're playing hardwired, that might be kind of a sketchy thing. So that I think that would be a good, like, an addition. But again, these are just selfish things that I want. Just me. Everybody else is going to be happy if it plays online and, you know what I'm saying? They can see maybe Travis take on She-Line or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, people will be happy with that. But from the selfish side of it, I guess from the side where I know a lot of FGC cats are going to play this dude, like there needs to be options where you can queue up and then have fun. You can just go back to back to back. Yeah, watching first to tens and first fives is cool and everything else, but you want to have that old school feeling of being able to wait your turn and then you get up and then your palms are sweating, your knees will get weak. You know what I'm saying? It's time for you to show up and show out or go back to the back of the queue. You know what I mean? Like that's the stuff that I want.
You know what I want? I'll tell you what I want. Kongs R Us, do you know that your job is charity, right? Like you work for a company related to charity. Did you know that if you get to 10,000 subscribers, you can do a charity stream where all the super chats go to charity.
That's
Nice.
This
awesome.
is what I wish is those of you that are in the chat that are not subscribed right now, hit that subscribe button for Kong, because if he reaches that goal
thank
of
you.
10,000, he could do a charity stream where the super chats would all go to charity, and that would be amazing. And one
That'd
last
be
thing
fun.
I think would be amazing is if we talk about this poll that you put up real quick.
I did put up a poll, so yeah, thank you. So I asked if people had actually pre-ordered MvC1 or MvC2, and can you make that bigger?
Maybe.
There it is.
No.
This way. There it is. All right. So the poll says, did you pre-order? Only 8% of the chat for 438 votes said they pre-ordered and got it delivered. 50%, over 200 people, said they pre-ordered it and it's still waiting for it. 72% said they couldn't even pre-order it, and then 26% don't care. So interesting that over 50% of people that were watching tonight's stream still haven't gotten it. I appreciate everybody dropping in. 439 votes. Only 8% of the people are out there that have it, and the only games you can play are the other ones so far. So
the people that have it, the other people that have it, they're currently playing it right now.
the 8% of people, they're playing it. They're not watching this right now. Everybody else is still waiting to get it. Now you know you can build it in under an hour and only skip a few steps like I did. Putting in the extra monitor screws on the other side, that could wait till another time. But everything else was pretty easy, snappy. I think literally the only complaint, the only difference that I noticed between the two was the marquee quality. I just noticed it immediately. The banding on the backside, I think you said it right, Justin. You can tell, and then it showed up on the front side when I was able to see the line. So something that we'll look out for on yours if you get one, and otherwise quality else looks okay. I think Neil Severa, somebody was asking about, are extenders required? I don't know what he meant by extenders.
Does he mean the extra the double riser?
Yeah, so he was saying, I think it was here. It says, are those extenders an option or necessary for the build? I don't know if you're talking about I
think it means the base extenders. The base extenders for the bottom to add the extra 4 inches. I think that's what he's talking about.
Yes, you do have to use it.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. I mean, you could just treat them like the old ones and just not put them on.
It just
they can just
won't
lay flat.
be as tall.
Yeah,
but the front part won't this won't fit.
Oh yeah, because it's got to sink in and lock in.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You'd have to cut that.
Yeah, the kick plates in the back won't fit properly if you don't put it on.
Yeah, you're right. So it is required.
I definitely will be making videos for changing out buttons. I think you already mentioned that for other folks. Stringer Films with the $2 super chat that says the power gloves showed peeps having fun on the box. I think that's just advertisement for folks. That's true. Right? Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah. I think he's talking about the actual box of the power glove, right?
Mm-hmm. Like the original Nintendo Power Glove.
Yeah.
I felt so bad when my mom got me that because I begged her for it, and then when I got it, I felt so guilty because this is terrible.
It was terrible.
U-Try does have a really good question. He wants to know if MvC1 CAD players are losing points against those MvC2 CAD players. That's a good question.
I think they're winning because we saw.
I played She-Line and I think my points went up. Yeah.
I think you're actually getting points. You're just always winning. You're never losing.
Right.
All right. Somebody was asking about the monitor quality between one and the first cab and the second cab. They are technically both BOE monitors, right? And they're almost very close to being synced. But do you notice the difference in the quality of monitors, say on your Yoga Flame, Justin, than your older BOE monitors?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they look.
I'm waiting for someone to say something. Because every time I look at this thing, it looks like the best monitor I've ever seen. And
yeah, so I was just gonna say, if you look at the two next to each other, the MvC2 and MvC1, the newer monitor actually looks a little bit brighter. Legit. I'm looking at my BOE on the freaking Yoga Flame to the Killer Instinct right now, and yeah, it's a darker game, but yeah, it looks a little bit brighter, a little bit.
For me, it just looks sharper and cleaner.
Commando's skin tone right now. The MvC2 one is brighter than.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks brighter.
Yeah, it looks better. And I didn't want to say anything because I want to see if anyone else noticed it. Because I'm like, what is this really looking? It just looks really
good. It looks good. It looks good. And if B doesn't get so close and he comes back a little bit, and you can see it from a distance, even from where he's from the upper right corner on the first cam, if he steps back from it, yeah, you can completely see a difference. completely.
The camera over here is all crooked.
Yeah, this one's all
can
saturated, but
zoom in.
if you look from right there, yeah, it looks good.
Hold on a second.
I think people will be happy.
$2 super chat from Stringer Fields. Just like Blitz and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 have online on the box. Yes, Stringer, you're absolutely right.
So I mean, they're kind of different angles, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Just different angles. But yeah, just visually looking at it, for me, I know the right side looks clear because of the angle. But when I'm looking at it, there's a slight brightness level on the left-hand one.
Right.
Here's my this is Big Blue versus Yoga. It's also different angles, just where the camera is pointing at. So in person, it's kind of hard.
Press
to
the
tell.
start button so it's the exact same screen.
Yeah, that's a good
At
idea.
the same time.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. 3, 2, 1.
Justin has legs. He's standing. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. All right.
You mean he can ambulate? What?
Yeah, people haven't gotten Best Buy shipments yet, so that hasn't gotten. But people from Arcade1Up got their shipment notice today, which is good. Stringer Films, another $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Just like Blitz and MvC2 have online on the box. You're just talking about just the additional advertising that's there.
Can you boost yourself your MvC2 to boost your score? I'm not answering that. I'm not answering that.
I don't know.
I'm not answering that. Because if you know, I'm not answering that.
You want to do this?
Cool.
All right, I think this is the end of our stream. Thank you so much for joining in. It's been about 2 hours or so. It was fun. Did it in about an hour. Did some testing. Got to do some gameplay. Look forward to making more content on this with buttons and things. Travis, Justin, Moat, thank you all for joining in.
Thanks for the
We're going to
invite.
say goodnight to everybody. And
before you end, Pete, you want to answer that question for Peter Porker? I know the answer to it. I don't know if you do though.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Are there high scores staying saved on only MvC2? Are you talking about within the game, like the offline play?
in the offline, yeah.
I don't know the answer to that.
I do.
I assume.
I do. It saves. It does save.
Okay.
Somebody in my Discord confirmed that they turned off the cab, they came back on, and their score saved. So just like in the actual arcade ROM, it does save. So yeah.
Yeah, and you won't see like any of the high scores on the leaderboards outside of the game. It's probably only in game that you'll see it. So something I'll have to look for as well. But I don't know whoever chases high scores in fighting games. So is that something you've ever done? Not something I normally do, but if you're in it, that's great.
No.
I think this would work, right? You could boost your
playing
score by playing yourself.
You can.
Yeah,
you could, but that doesn't. That means you're still going to go online. If you play somebody, you're still going to get spanked. So it doesn't matter.
So there are some people that hide and lobby like 200 and try to just have two cabinets that are just playing each other and chilling up your record just to have it. So
farming scores, is that what
we've seen it done before?
Farming scores, yeah.
We've seen it done before for sure. All right. Thank you all. Appreciate everybody for being here. Thank you all so much. Have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye.